Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
First podcast of 2015.
Is that right?
Our 40th decade
Nah.
of podcasting.
I did one last week. You guys
So
weren't here for it, though.
Our, what? Yeah, we all did one last week. We're all here last week.
I brought...
Jesus! What the fuck is that?
I bought a super bright flashlight. This flashlight does...
It's so heavy.
It does
Is it?
3,500 lumens.
Is there a tesseract in that thing or something?
Shine it.
I haven't
Oop,
actually-
that's going to be bad. Yeah, it's heavy. So I was
shit.
that noise that was just made was Gus getting shined in the eyes by it.
Yeah, you came in and you showed it to me earlier.
Level 1.
And earlier you were very careful. You're like, don't look at this. I don't want to hurt your eyes. Right now you just whipped it out and shined it right at me dead on.
I've never seen something that uses LEDs where it produces heat.
Hey, my hair's blonde again. Do it again. Yay!
And I was commenting on how far you had come because when we first met, you would regularly shine
Don't shine
flashes
it in my eyes.
into my eye, like camera flashes.
Why?
His favorite thing in the world would always be like, he'd look at a flash like for a camera. He'd look at it and he'd go, "Does this have a crack in it?" Point it in your eyes and then hit the test button so that it would go off.
Because you ask somebody's got a crack in the bulb, and then I'll like lean way in, like where, and then you just hit that. Test
You do that
button.
with clipboards too. Like, is there a crack on the clipboard and then you whip them with the metal?
Yeah, what I'll do. You've been on the immersion set. I have a clipboard for immersion, so I'll crank the clip all the way open,
I like you ask your co-host of
and then I'll
immersion.
rub like underneath the clip. I go, look at this. It's like it's all cracked and splintery here, and then they put their fucking fingers right in there, and I just go snap on them.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, pretty
Horrible
much.
person.
You're a jerk.
That makes my nails hurt just thinking about.
I think that Gus is my co-host. Yeah, I'm just saying, have I ever done it to him? I know that Gus has been on the set.
You've
of
been on
immersion.
immersion, right?
You've been around, haven't you?
You're right. This is hot.
Yeah. Adam Baird, I took it into the Adams office because we're talking about the flashlight again. I wanted them to see the flashlight, and I thought if there's anybody in this office that would appreciate it, it was those guys. Sure enough, they wouldn't give it back to me because they kept just messing with it and messing with
I
it.
won't give it back to you because I don't want you shining in my eyes again.
Adam Baird
It's called-
shined it in his own eyes, like from a foot and a half away.
Well,
on
he does like
purpose.
eating hot peppers.
How expensive was this?
That flashlight was like $180.
It's called
Yeah.
the Tiny Monster.
Here's why I got
That's
it.
not something you should spend a lot of money on, a flashlight.
flashlight?
You should have loads of them and they should be cheap.
No, I agree. It's not a typical flashlight, though. You'll notice it has a
Get it.
tripod mount on it. And the reason I got the thing, Gavin, is I was texting you when I bought it.
Yeah.
Because one of the problems that you have with high-speed photography is that you need a lot of light for it. And so
true.
I thought, here's a good solution
Be a cheeky spot.
for spot lighting. And also, I should point out that on the set of our movie Laser Team,
They're not double A's. What are they?
no, they're not double A's.
They C batteries.
No, they're like some kind of proprietary thing that comes
proprietary
It
with
looks
it.
like a
Bullshit.
bloody firecracker. Look at that
It
thing.
looks like a
You need proprietary batteries?
there's like AAA batteries, there's AA. That's just A. That's what that looks like.
That's an A battery?
That
Where-
looks like an A battery.
Where do you
It's a-
get
It's
A
an
batteries?
NL186.
An NL186.
Catchy.
It is a protected NL186. That flashlight will not take unprotected NL186.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
have no idea.
it says it has discharge protection circuits.
There you go. Amen, brother.
You turned it on in our office. It looked like we had a lamp in there. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. I just turned off the lights in their office and then just shine the flashlight at their ceiling, and it illuminated the whole thing.
Yeah.
But on the set of Laser Team,
That's nuts. The whole thing is like a contact ring.
I've been reluctant to bring this up, but, there's an RTAA about me losing my iPhone when I was in Australia, which actually came up this week. It's funny, I come back to this story, trust me. But I lost my iPhone in Australia, and Gavin, when I took that trip with him, he kept complaining that I would lose everything. That has reached a fever pitch. I lose everything constantly. On the set of Laser Team, I probably lost 3 jackets.
What?
I don't know where they are. I have no, I'm wearing the jacket, I turn around, there's my chair, I'm like, where's my jacket?
You also acquired a jacket though on Laser Team.
I did, I got a jacket.
I
How
know
do you
who-
get a jacket?
How did I get one?
Guess whose it is?
Alan Richardson wrapped before everybody else, so they just gave me his jacket because one day I'm sitting out there in 20-degree weather and I don't have a jacket because I lost it like a 12-year-old kid, and so they gave me his jacket.
Is it because you don't value stuff enough anymore?
Listen, I'm constantly looking for it.
Is it because possessions mean nothing to you?
What are you getting at?
Look who's talking.
What are you
What?
getting at?
Gavin.
Like, didn't you used to care about stuff more?
In general, yeah, I used to care about things more. Yeah, in general. Is this the same reason why you never know where anyone else is? Because they don't matter to you at all?
Man, Gavin was
People
the
move,
latest-
though. People
Gavin
move.
was the latest he's ever been for a podcast today.
I actually forgot we were doing it.
At like 7:29, I'm like, where the fuck is Gavin?
I was in there working, and I just forgot that it was between the end of work and the
Working?
podcast. Yeah.
I walk into your office, you're at your computer, you turn, look to me, and you go, fuck taxes. Like, are we gonna do a podcast or what? You're like, what time is it? It's at 7:29. You're like, oh shit.
Are we using the new cameras yet?
No, we need a new
We're not
computer.
using the new cameras
We
yet.
need a new computer to use the new cameras.
We do?
Yeah.
Fucking A. When does that stop?
We did some tests on the
I
current
heard we
computer.
need new
It didn't
lights
work right.
too.
Did we even talk
Yeah.
about new cameras?
Do we need new
yet?
hosts?
Yeah.
Is that like, when do we stop? New couch?
Well, it's interesting you bring it up.
Go ahead.
Alan Richardson is coming back for his jacket, and he's taking your spot there.
No complaints. You can
What?
replace me with
Why
Alan
can't
Richardson
we
any day of the week.
record with those cameras?
There you go.
The computer that we use to encode to stream isn't powerful enough, so everything looks really blocky once we try to do
We
it.
should do it anyways.
No,
That'd
it
be
looks-
awesome.
it
Yeah,
looks
but you could
terrible.
record with them still. And just put
No,
it up
you can't
after.
record with
No,
those
you can't
cameras.
record with
You
anything.
can't?
No, those are just studio cameras.
What's the point of that?
They're cheap for studio purposes.
All right.
But they're high fidelity.
We do a lot of studio stuff now.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Plus,
Also-
that way now, Brandon and Chris can't come and take those cameras.
That's exactly right. In fact, I was
So, like,
told.
deliberate limitation.
No, I was told that they were given a choice of when they got the cameras, did they want them to be Nikon mount lenses or Canon mount lenses? And we use Canon mounts for everything else in the company. They specifically made these camera Nikon mounts so that nobody else could take them.
Yeah, it uses different lenses and cannot record to itself.
That's where we are as a company.
It's a smart move.
It is
Not-
a very smart move.
Not really, though.
What do you mean?
Well, that's not that smart. Because now they can't be used for anything
No,
else.
I mean, a
Right,
smart
exactly. That's why it's smart.
That's why the people are being protective of
Move, a
themselves.
smart move in that they're making something that Brandon and Chris can't take and lose.
It'd be like if everyone could use the lens for your Phantom, and you could never find it because someone was always shooting with it. See, you don't have to worry about it because no one else can use your shit.
That's because they're too dumb.
Wow.
Jesus, all right, that's where we're at now.
All right, you can tweet at us, by the way, using the hashtag RT Podcast.
So I
and we
want to
will
mention that
look at it there.
this week I want to talk about the podcast awards for 2014. I think we should do some talking about that.
I just want to say though, the flashlight is so I can find things that I've lost. So hopefully I won't lose the flashlight while looking for things that
Definitely
I've
gonna
lost.
lose. Oh, can we put money on the fact that you'll lose that flashlight?
Oh God,
I'll put
please
20
don't.
bucks on
I'll
that.
put 50 on it.
Please don't.
How soon? What kind of time frame are we talking about?
Yeah.
A year? He'll definitely lose it in a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess 3 weeks.
God damn it. Okay,
Ooh.
that's
He's
fair.
just going to put it in a safe for 3 weeks.
No, I'll carry it around, flashing it at people.
Here's my issue with the podcast awards this year.
What's your issue?
I feel like last year was just crap for stuff. There wasn't
You mean
much going on.
2014?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like,
For
like,
TV,
you look
maybe.
At, you look at a video like the YouTube Rewind, which is meant to be like a big summary of the year, and you look at it, and
Let's
it's
make
like
this about you.
it's
Okay,
like-
go ahead. Go ahead.
you look at the thing, and it's like nothing happened last year. It was
Well,
wank.
the rewind, instead of focusing on videos, I think it focuses on content creators and channels. So there could be a very popular video or series of videos that pop up that aren't even covered in the rewind because it's
Yeah.
not a creator.
Gavin was in the rewind video this year.
And
Again.
last year.
And last year.
Big
Very
shout.
important video, like you just said.
Well,
Like,
guess
when
what
you
views?
talk about the year in
It's nice to be
retrospect, you talk about the YouTube Rewind video, which you were in. Do you know what the theme
I'm
for
not saying the video is wank. I'm saying just nothing happened that year that was worth putting in.
in the context, especially though, of the YouTube Rewind video?
Yeah, half the video was the Ice Bucket Challenge.
But that was a huge thing for the year. Half the fucking year was the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But
and
it's a
when
big
I was
portion
going
of the
through
video.
trying to find my favorite internet video, I was like, surely there's an ice bucket challenge I liked.
Nope.
It was hard. I found one.
Yeah,
Was it ours?
No, I found another one.
I like the one that
when Kerry did the dive.
yeah,
into
when
his
Kerry
thing,
dived in, it looked like he'd
lunatic.
been born.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He comes out just like with his leg in the air, like
Props
soaking
to
wet.
Kerry. That was awesome.
It's like you just fell out of a uterus.
He also sat like right up.
It was like a cartoon. It was like you see Popeye diving into like the glass of water.
Although Ray going in Terminator style was pretty great too.
that was awesome too. Yeah. I thought our Ice Bucket Challenge was great.
Yeah, it's from the heart.
Well, it's
as
definitely
always,
from the heart.
as
especially with-
always, we
Matt's
exclude
statement.
ourselves from the awards because then we would just give ourselves the awards all the time. Because
No, I didn't. I
best
got
videos.
our stuff nominated.
What do you
that's
think
Sure,
are
okay, well,
The tough part was games, though. This might have been the worst year for gaming that I can remember.
good thing we're
All of
only
my
doing that on the patch?
All
Yeah.
of my favorite games that I played in 2014 were Xbox One remakes of games that came out the year before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sunset Overdrive was good. I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition. I finally started that.
You
That's
got, but you
pretty
got to
good.
pause to think like, what was the best game of the year? It's not like, oh, what's between all the awesome titles? Which one can I possibly pick? It's really like I got to think of a game that was actually playable
Yeah.
and that I finished this year.
So it'd be Destiny.
Destiny was. I probably won't be on the patch, and a big reason is I haven't played a game since Destiny, and Destiny would be the game that I would pick for game of the year.
Well,
Easily.
there's also other games that came out, like The Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead Season 2.
Yep.
I would say those were solid titles as well.
I feel like those are just variations on Walking Dead, the original, though. Like,
I definitely felt there was more buzz about Destiny than any other game this year, though.
There's still. I went to the UK for Christmas. They're still running TV ads for it all the time.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and it came out at the same time.
But I think the biggest thing about Destiny to see is that the people who complain about it the most continue to play it for months on end. That game's been out for almost 6 months now. We came out in August, right?
Came out in September 9th.
September?
Was my
Okay, so we're like
anniversary.
4 months going on 5. But people, like, I had to say, one of the biggest complainers in the office about it is Ryan. He complains about it in the patch a lot.
Ryan plays it more than anyone.
I walked in today, he's playing it again. We're back from the break. The first day I walk into the achievement office to say hi to Gavin and shine the flashlight in his face. And there's Ryan going grinding away on Destiny.
Every time I walk in there, he's playing.
Yeah.
Isn't Ryan the person who said that it's not a great game, but for some reason you just can't stop playing it? Or is that someone else?
Sounds like Ryan.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean it's a great game?
My whole comment when Destiny first came out
I would think
was
so.
that it just goes to prove the most important factor in a game is gameplay. Like, the graphics are great, story's great, but at the end of the day, it's about the gameplay mechanic and how it feels and how great it is. That's basically.
But I
what it
also
boils
think
down to.
goals are important. Like the fact that Destiny puts stuff in front of you that you want to achieve, and it's like, oh, I'm like 3 hours away from having this, and then when you've got that, it's like, but now I can do this, and then you just keep going until
It's horrible, like, analysis
It's really
of
good.
psychology. Yeah.
yeah.
Like, there's a carrot.
If you
know?
don't have any goals, it's like if games didn't have achievements, I would definitely play them less.
I think so too.
I mean,
That's one of my
probably wouldn't
favorite
have
things
it
when I
down.
would play, when I would level characters in World of Warcraft is watching that experience bar fill up.
Yeah.
It's like and it has like little ticks every 5% of the way. So there's 20 ticks in the bar. You're like, I'm just going to get to that one tick. Okay, now the next tick. And it's
Yeah.
like, next thing you know, it's like, oh, I made it all the way. And it resets. It's like, you're
it gives
just
you
constantly
reasons
going through
to
it.
continue playing. It's like, I'll do this, and then I'll go to bed. Oh, but now I could do this.
Yeah.
And you just end
Oh,
up
it's like,
just keep
I
playing.
need to grind 500 hive to, like, level up this thorn thing. I'll do 150. And I'll do 150 tomorrow. And then I'll do 150 next day. I'll be done. That'll be fine. It's like, then you go, do your 150. You're like, that wasn't so bad.
I got time.
I can get to 500 tonight. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, is the weapon upgrade system that they have in Destiny, have you seen that in anything else, or is that totally new and unique to Destiny?
In World of Warcraft, you could socket gems.
Yeah, you could do that
Onto-
in Diablo too, as well.
onto,
Diablo as well.
Yeah, onto weapons to give them additional bonuses. But as far as leveling the weapon and a weapon getting experience, I feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah, but I can't recall where it was too. Borderlands didn't have anything like that. You just got a weapon and it either did whatever it did, and that was it. Of course, I didn't play much Borderlands 2. That might have been a feature in it.
Well, there's
Yeah.
tons of games where you give physical upgrades to your weapons, like suppressors and barrels
Yeah,
and
that
stuff.
kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's something about the every weapon gains a special ability, all the exotics, and that's like
Yeah.
the character
Like
of
all
the
of
weapon.
a sudden now your bullets make stuff explode.
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. Exactly.
Icebreaker.
And like chasing down those weapons is like a big deal to everyone. They got the loot system right in that game, I think.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
You know, and
It was
people,
pretty
even
sketchy
stuff
at
that people
first.
complained about, like when they changed the upgrading system for the DLC, we're gonna have to go with the exotic shards and upgrade an old weapon, new weapon. People were like, you just threw away all my grinding. You're a big piece of shit. And then once it came out, people were like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. It's fine. Yeah, it's
Well, I
totally
think
good.
you can say whatever you want about Destiny. I can see why people have complaints, but you can't deny the fact that the raids are fun. Like Vault of Glass is fun. When you get 5 other people together and you're working as a team like that, it's really interesting game. to
We were
play.
gonna do
and there's
8th.
no instructions. You just go. You figure it out.
Well, I'd say that's the problem. One of the big problems I got with 2014 in gaming is the lack of documentation on anything. It's like when I got out of Destiny for like a month and a half, I wasn't playing it at all after I finished the story because I was like, what do I do? It's like, well, do your dailies. I go, what the fuck is a daily? What is that? It's like, do your daily heroic and then do your weekly nightfall. I'm like, what is? There's
Yeah.
nothing
And
that
there's
told me to
nothing-
do that.
There's no one in the game that tells you to do that. The only way is you go in the director and something will be flashing and you're like, well, what is that?
Right.
Do I do that? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Right.
It doesn't say.
yeah,
say.
there's
You
no-
have to have that MMO mentality to know, like,
Yeah.
okay, I've reached level cap. Now it's time to go and
I
grind
guess I
and
just
do this
didn't,
stuff.
didn't think of it as an MMO.
Yeah, it's like
as much as I should
That's
have.
exactly what it was like in World of Warcraft. It's like you level up. You're like, well, I'm not going to raid tonight, so I'm just going to go through and do all my dailies. And it's like you do 25 dailies in a day. It's like, all right, that's it. Next character.
You know, in the Xbox One's the same way. It's like they had a wonderful dashboard experience that everybody loved. Then the Xbox One came out, and it seems still to me very counterintuitive the way you do things. Like, where do you find the settings for this? And it's like, oh, you have to go up to the top, hit the globe, then go down and select privacy. It's like
The fact that
none of it's documented.
a year after its release, when you get an invite to a game or something, it just says game invite, and then it will load a picture, and it won't say who it's from until you hover over the thing for like 8 seconds.
I get Destiny. I'd like say it's a Destiny Let's Play.
Yeah, it will say Let's Play, but do you know who sent that?
You have to wait.
You have to wait
To
see.
you have to hover. I don't know what the hovering is, but you just
what's
wait.
hover?
What?
What do
You
you
have
mean
to
hover?
hover over it.
You have to like select it, like put your cursor on it for it to roll around and say it's from Bernie Burns.
It
And
does
it's like,
cursor.
okay.
It doesn't
On
just do that
Xbox
on its
One.
own.
Yeah, mine does that on its own. I don't understand what
Don't
the
you just have
cursor
to
thing
wait
you're
a
talking
second
about.
for it to
I'm talking
roll?
about up in the globe notifications.
Oh, open the globe notification. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I have all the notifications turned
I
off.
was gonna say, I think you have all notifications turned off.
I
'cause you
have
can't be
the
bothered.
disadvantage that all my notifications are off, and I get 7,000 notifications a day. So I can't just be like, oh, it's the latest invite, because if I just double tap on that, I'll end up in some other bloke's game who
Yeah.
just happened to invite me at the same time.
Yeah, it's,
And the fact that it doesn't just say the name first,
just block everything that's from people who aren't your friends.
yeah, that causes issues with like joining parties with GTA and stuff.
It-
There's tons of reasons why we can't,
Yeah.
why the achievement hunters can't have a.
Too popular. Wah.
In this case, it
My
does
name's
kind of suck.
Gavin.
I felt really bad because Gavin and I were going to finish Atheon on hard last night, and he had to go to dinner. And then, like, the raid was starting, and I was like, we got to go. I'm sorry, dude. I was like, I felt really bad about it.
Didn't you say
Were you mad
something-
about it at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, I was the one who wasn't there
I know, but I was like, oh, because we were like planned it like all day long, and like finally everyone got together. And
because I hit level 31. I've been raiding a lot with you and Teddy.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
He's so much better
Yeah,
than
didn't
me.
you say people prefer
Better
to
than
play
you.
with Teddy now?
Yeah, Barbara's right. Teddy's my 9-year-old, and this is the game. Like JD, my 12-year-old, really looked forward to Destiny coming out. He wouldn't stop talking about it for a year. Like he's like, "Who do you want to play against first? Do you want to play against the Fallen? Do you want to play against Cabal?" And I go, "I don't know what any of that is, JD. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to teach me about this stuff." So he teach me all these species and all that stuff. Destiny came out, and he was just in that first run of people who was just like, "Oh, this is a huge letdown," and then he dropped out of it entirely. But then Teddy was like, "I'll play," and I was like, "Sure, if you want to give it a shot, you can play." Instantly got like hooked on it, and then he was so good at it. I was like, I even talked to Ash. I said, like, how do you get somebody involved with pro gaming? Because I mean, I watch him in Crucible. He gets like a 2.35 ratio in Crucible, and he's 9. And it's like I had to turn off his mic because I don't want other people to be embarrassed that a 9-year-old is handing their ass.
And even
No,
the
let
raids,
them.
he's like a born leader. Like I'll be running around, he'll see the kind of grenade I throw and be like, "Gavin, you don't want that subclass. You want to switch to a golden gun on this one. You want to be, the fire dude.
You need
You
arc
don't,
damage.
you don't arc damage yet. Wait until the next bit. All right. Oh, you're down. All right. Hold on. I'll come and get you. Don't revive. Blah blah. He's like giving me instructions. I'm like, all right, you lead.
It's
I'll-
weird because I still picture Teddy as like a 4-year-old, like when I
I know.
first met him, and so I'm picturing his hands not even fitting on the controller right now,
And Teddy,
even though
like,
he's 9.
he's like a small kid anyway. You know what I mean? Because he's got
Yeah.
an older brother who just constantly outpaces him in growth. But I mean, it's like,
Do they fight and like punch each other and stuff?
oh yeah, they fight like boys, but they don't know if they don't punch. They'll argue about stuff, but they get along pretty well for brothers.
Something
My
I
brother
miss-
and I fought all the time.
Something I miss about being like
Physically?
a grown adult is that you can't just punch anyone.
Yeah, yeah. You
Like-
like,
like
catch
what-
them doing it in the backseat, like to punch each other. You like stop it.
With a younger brother, you can like have a little agreement. It's like you fancy just like messing around and punching each other. It's like, yeah, let's do it.
You know, it's weird you say that too, because I grew up with a brother too, and that's a dynamic I've always been interested in for like same-sex male couples. Do they occasionally just knock the fuck out of each other?
Yeah, you mentioned this before. It's like a domestic could be brutal
Yeah, absolutely.
because there's no sort of holding back. Because two dudes.
I've punched friends, like friends I had in college. I mean, there's a guy I
In the
know
face?
who's an orthopedic surgeon now. He fucking decked me when I wasn't looking in the nose because I called him fat or something like that. I forget what it was.
He punched you because you called him fat.
Just an offhand comment. It just caught him at the wrong moment, and he decked me, and I went down, and then I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, never mind, sorry." And that
Never
was it.
mind.
That was it. You know, and it's like, so it's not completely unheard of that I've been in fights with people that I consider.
Sorry,
to be
that was your
friends.
example of a fight. You got punched and went down, and that was it. That wasn't a fight.
Well, I mean,
Punchers are what defines a fight. A
yeah, what
punch.
defines a fight?
I would think like
A return.
a retaliation.
Yeah, retaliation.
Gavin, you were in a bar fight once where you threw a punch at a guy that wasn't looking and then ran away.
really hurt my hand, but I wouldn't call that. I wouldn't call that a fight.
You threw a punch at someone?
Because he was punching my friend, so I just like thumped the back of his head, and I was like, "This is too much for me," and I just ran off.
When did that happen?
Probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
You've
it
been
was
in
the
a
one
bar
where
fight.
no, it was the one where like someone got shoved and then someone got shoved back, and then like just everyone was like just.
And you're just like,
And I was like, oh, ducking and weaving, punch, leg it.
Punch and leg it. That
But
would be-
Barbara, the big problem that I've got is that you're right. Now, when I get into a raid with people, they're like, hey, we're about to do Crota, which is one of the raids in it, one of the higher end raids, the DLC raid. And they said, we're going to do that. And they're like, cool. I said, do you have room for 2? And they're like, no, we have 1 slot. And they're like, does Teddy want to join us? Does he have it for this week? And I'm like, well, we both kind of want to do it. And it's like, well, we can do it with you later, Burnie. I mean, literally, you can hear them like trying to get Teddy into their group.
We did a run the other day where there were 6 people. Teddy was in, I was in, and Burnie was just in the voice chat, like just listening. And he was
As
there
Teddy played?
Yeah,
he was there for moral support.
You're like the younger brother. You're like the.
Yeah.
You can be player 2 and you got the controller that's turned off,
I'm just watching.
pretending like you're playing.
Far Cry 4, that's another good game of the year.
Ah, that's my
I
next
couldn't.
one.
I've had trouble getting into it. I started.
Did you play Far Cry
4.
3?
Yeah, I love Far Cry 3.
That might be part of the reason. Me too.
Yeah, I'm like 3 hours in a Far Cry 4, and every time I pick it up, it's like I'll play for like 10 minutes and I put it down. And
Achievement hunters love it. I haven't played it yet, but they all love it in there.
I loved 3. It seems like
It's a lot
good
of
game,
collecting
just-
and stuff. I can
There's
see
so
why
many
like
other
it.
things going on.
Joel and Adam just did a how-to in Far Cry 4.
Did they?
They did a good one in Far Cry 3, which is driving the boat. Wasn't that? Joel did that one. That was a while ago, though, that he
I
made that
think
one.
it was Joel on his own, that one.
It was just Joel
Oh,
on his
no,
own,
it was
right?
Joel and Ray or something.
Yeah, it was Joel and Ray. Yeah, that did that. You're right.
It was funny.
But what about DLC game of the year? Before we move on to like our actual RT podcast topics,
I have
'cause
tons of stuff to complain about this week, too.
for DLC. Oh, do you? I got a
let's
ton of
rattle
stuff too.
through this.
Right.
DLC. I mean, I would put Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us in there.
I have on there. I have 3s and one more
3's
line.
is good.
But one more line might just be recent.
Just because you got a free trip to Australia from it.
It's a fun game though. But 3s, I think, is
3's
probably
was
one of the
really
best
good.
downloadable games I've ever played. Not as good as on the Xbox though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Plus the achievements are all messed up. They want you to get to like a 1084 or 2048 tile is one of the achievements, I think, based on like my progress bars on achievements. I'm like, fuck that noise. No way. I also wish like some of that bugging me about Destiny is it doesn't take advantage of some of the cooler stuff about the Xbox One. Like it doesn't take advantage of the achievement progress bars on achievement.
No.
More people need to do that.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea where I was like when finding 50 ghosts for that achievement. And then also the automatic update. There's something about the way that Destiny stays on in the background that like you'll go to load it up and it's like, oh no, I'm already on,
Yeah.
but you've been logged out. And you just got to quit out of that state because it'll never recover itself.
There's a website. I forget what it was, but I went to this website last week, and you go and it reads the data off of like your Xbox Live profile, and it shows you which dead ghosts you found and which ones you haven't found and in
Wow.
what areas.
You can do that?
Yeah, I have no idea how it worked, and it was like, and sure enough, it showed me. It's like it has like a little green line next to the ones you have, and a little red line next to the ones you don't.
Well, they unlock a Grimoire card. Right?
One more time?
Say it.
Penguin.
Penguin
Penguin
Grimoire
card.
cards. Grimoire?
Grimoire.
Oh, so maybe that's what it's doing. It's reading like your Grimoire card data.
I don't know.
I just want everyone to keep saying his
Grimoire.
word.
There we go.
Grimoire.
Everyone's
Grimoire.
everyone's
How do
making
you
an
spell
effort.
it?
Grimoire.
Grimoire.
Grimoire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grimoire.
Yeah.
You gotta say it like that.
That is why, by the way, that's why Teddy knows all that stuff, is that anytime, my philosophy with the kids is that they always want, especially boys when they get around 10, they want to they want to start watching more mature stuff,
I know
like
how
mature
that is.
movies and more mature TV and stuff like that. So, is that Barbara? You know a lot of 10-year-old boys? But the way I do that is I say, I'll let you like push your limits on like the kind of content you can consume as long as you read it. Like JD's read like World War Z. He hasn't read like Game of Thrones or anything like that, but he'll read like, because I read Stephen King in like middle school and high school, and that's
Yeah.
pretty fucked up stuff. So I figure as long as they're reading it, that's okay. They can push their limits with reading stuff. But like Teddy really wanted to play Destiny, which is a teen-rated game. So the deal that we had to kind of work out there was he has to read all the Grimoire stuff. So he has to know like
Well,
all
so it's
the
educational.
Yeah, well, just like he has to like you can't just like run around shooting stuff. You gotta.
Well, it helps because he knows everything about the damn game.
He does. Like he's telling me the backstory of Thorn, and I'm like, it's just okay. I'm regretting this now because I just want to shoot my poison gun at people. I gotta hear like how it's a fragment of a soul.
Destiny is also not a very violent game.
I
Like,
don't
you-
think. So, yeah,
You can. I mean, everything dissolves. There's no blood. There's no bullet holes.
heads disappear.
You can
That's
pop
all.
heads. Yeah.
Heads pop, but then light comes out, and it's like, ooh, fountain.
It's not like a spray of blood or anything.
No.
Yeah. It's not like as silly as Borderlands looks. I mean, you can catch people on fire and they run around screaming.
Yeah.
That's a little iffy. All the psychos talk about eating you.
Or there's that one psycho. Isn't their whole mission? The shoot him in the head.
Yeah, it's just one mission. It's a one step in the mission. The guy
Shoot him in
gives
the
it to you, and then you shoot him in the head.
He
and you
starts
complete
screaming,
it.
"Shoot me in the head! Shoot me in the head!" And you shoot him in the head, and that's it.
Funny.
Did you have any downloadable games you want to talk about? Oh, you said threes. Yeah.
Threes was I think the standout of the year for me.
So I think in this podcast we're going to cover. What do we say? We're going to cover internet video, and we'll go ahead and talk about movie and TV show.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of movies.
You want to take a little break between the two so we can talk about just random podcast stuff?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, Gavin, what are you gonna say?
Well, I don't like some things in this country, like healthcare, right?
No, it's fine.
Because you have to pay for it all the time and it's not free and stuff. I never used it because why the hell would I? I don't want to spend money. I don't really get sick. But during the filming of Laser Team, I had a sore throat, and usually I just leave it until it gets better.
Right.
It would. But I thought, well, I'm in the movie. I don't want to be. I want to make sure nothing's wrong with me, just so I don't ruin the movie somehow. So I went to the doctor. I had a sore throat. She was like, "Oh yeah, take this pill, whatever. Take some pills," which I know how to do now. I'm pretty good at that. She was looking at my not jowls, glands, and in my ears and stuff. She's like, "Oh, you got like a bit of earwax in your ear here. Do you want me to get it out?" And I was like, while I'm here, might as well. So she like
Full service.
squirted some water in, and like a little bit of wax came out. I was like, "Thanks." Got a bill yesterday, $93 for ear cleaning.
Really?
Like, at no point was she like, we're going to charge you for doing that.
Oh no, they don't do that.
But $93?
What kind of doctor did you go to? I had the doctor get the vacuum thing and pull that monster out of my ear. That didn't cost me anything.
Well,
what doctor did you go to?
I just went to some like Ready clinic or
Don't
something.
you have some sort of like copay thing that we have? Where it's like you pay $25 to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I
it's like
paid
a flat
that,
fee?
and then I paid for the little visit, and I paid for the pills. All that cost money. And then 3 months later, I get a $93 bill because someone squirted water in my ear.
Yeah, because the
For
insurance
Christ's
company.
sake.
Squirt water in your $25. I'll do it
If
for
she
you.
said, "I'll do this for you right now," and it'll cost $10, I'd be like, "Shove it up your ass. I'll do it myself." $93. You know what I could buy for $93?
New ears.
What can you buy for $93?
Half a flashlight.
More than one video game. Half a flashlight.
Just the flash part.
It's
You flash it in
ridiculous.
your
So
ears.
like, you pay for stuff up front, and then you think, well, that's the end of that. I just spent $150 on a pill and a checkup and all that stuff, and then you get another bill. Is that
But
how everything works?
Did
here?
you get the wax out of your ear?
Yeah, but it didn't.
Yeah,
like,
problem solved.
It's
And
like
you're
it
not-
didn't make me hear
$93.
any better. It was
System
like a bit
works.
of wax. Everyone had wax in their ears.
Nah,
You want to see the picture of the wax from my ear?
No.
I'm good.
You wanna know
93, you got a gold mine in there. $93 worth of earwax.
You want to know what's more expensive for healthcare?
Period stuff.
Being a woman. Holy shit! If you have a vagina, you have to pay so much fucking money to take care of it. It's
You take
not
out
even.
vag insurance.
Yeah,
I
tell me about it.
wish.
Well, there's a special doctor you got to go to.
Yeah,
It's like,
and just like birth control pills and just everything you need to pay
yeah, it's
for.
like for a guy, it's like one doctor.
Yep.
That's it. Much easier.
Not for us.
Nope.
It sucks. I had a bill that was I think $350 for like an inspection I needed.
Did you get the sticker?
Inspection. Don't say inspection. Don't say inspection, Barbara. That might not be the best
They
word.
put a sticker on it. Go back and see us within the next
Verified.
month.
It's verified.
This vagina's expired. You need to get inspected.
Gonna come back in 3,000 miles for 3 months, whichever comes first.
I'm worried that Gavin will go into some kind of role-playing conversation where he always talks like, whenever Gavin talks like a professional person, he always like murmurs as the person is like, I went in and I said, my ear's all full of stuff. And she was like, right, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah, because I'm just
Why are-
me, and that person's a professional. So they're like, oh, all right, here we go.
Barbara, we're just going to look at your
Oh, yeah.
undercarriage.
Gonna give you
I
an
see the
inspection.
problem here. Yeah, we'll sort that out for you right now.
Examination is the word I meant, not inspection.
Did you pass?
I did. I got an
Changed
A.
their batteries.
You got an A.
Here, let me. I'm gonna read this, and then we can get into some of our awards.
Nah.
Want to remind everyone, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by.
One thing I don't like about this year in gaming, along with everything else,
What's up?
one of the things I don't like on the list is the early access trend that happened this
yeah.
year. And I'm not going back to our gaming discussion. I'm going to move on to something else here. I
No,
gotta
it's not
read this.
Destiny. It's other games.
I gotta read this to you about early access stuff. So as you know, as many of you on the podcast spoiled like a bunch of dicks, I bought Gavin for Christmas basically like a crowdfunded pre-order gadget. I bought him that vessel cup.
Oh, right.
Did you actually buy it?
I paid for it and everything.
Where is it?
Like $99. I'm about to tell you, it's amazing. So it was supposed to come out, right? Or was
Yeah.
like there was this talk. I don't think they actually had a release date. By the way, I'm also in the coin beta
I was
program.
going to ask you about that.
Nothing. Never got
Also,
anything.
people spoiled that for you.
Oh, well, I even said, this is a social experiment. I'm going to try this. I'm getting Gavin one of those stupid vessel cups that he keeps talking about.
Yeah.
And I said, so don't tell him that. People immediately just went to his profile and spoiled it.
You know how I found out?
No.
In the podcast, you were like, Gavin's never going to listen to this. I was in England. I couldn't sleep. I was jet lagged. I thought I'll listen to the podcast. I discovered it myself. So you shouldn't have mentioned it on the podcast.
It's okay.
Well,
Because it'll lead to this story. I got an update from Vessel. This is in like they send the backer updates or whatever. This is the one they sent. I'm taking a clip out of the middle of it. As this year comes to an end, I want to share another update on our progress. The industrial design. I ordered this thing like 7 months ago. The industrial design of your vessel is very close to final, and we are refining the interior material before diving deeper into our hardware and software testing.
Wait, they're still making the material?
There's no, after 6 months, Gavin, I don't think you're understanding this properly. They've made a cup. That's what they've made with all the backer movie money. They've almost made a cup, is what they've made at this point.
There's a picture of it.
They
They've
haven't
made
gotten
that
into
bit.
the hardware and the software testing yet, but the materials of the vessel are almost final. This is where we are, and I paid like
When did they send that?
$99 for this
It's
thing.
like all of these
That's like an
things.
earwax cleaning.
yeah, they had one year cleaned.
All of the things that happened this year are going to ruin it for every other crowd-funded startup like that. Like the coin thing just didn't come out. The vessel thing didn't come out. It's just all mouth. And none of these people know how to deliver a product on time.
It's definitely the big problem.
To the
with
point where
any kind of
Coin were
crowdfunding.
like fully refunding people, weren't they?
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck
Well,
them.
Apple
I
Pay's
was
just
so
destroyed
angry.
that anyway.
Who refunded what?
Coin. They started, but yeah, at first they weren't refunding people, and then
Oh, I didn't know
they
that.
changed their mind. If people requested a refund, then they started refunding them.
The craziest one were the Let's Play guys, the Yogscast, where they, not the craziest one, but one of the crazy ones was you got money to make a game. It did really well. They started to make the game, and they were like, yeah, we can't do it. It's too hard. Or, we had setbacks. So here's a different game. And they gave everybody a different game. After I think
livid.
like a year and a half?
It wasn't
Be
even
livid.
a full game, was it? I thought it was just like a part of a broken game.
Was it? Was that what was left?
I think that was the extent of it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is all we were able to do. The money's gone. Here's where it went.
shit.
But they have money from other stuff.
No. The money's gone.
Like,
No. It's gone.
I mean, with Laser Team, we crowdfunded Laser
more
Team,
time.
but we always had the commitment that we were going to make the movie, that we were trying to use the crowdfunding to make the movie better. And if we had shortfalls, we would make it up with the way that we normally make up production funds, right?
I do want to step back for a second.
Go ahead.
In Vessel's defense, I'm reading a story about them from June of 2014. They did say at the time they expect to ship in early 2015.
All right, that's fine. But I think it's funny that take them 6 months. They're at the cup stage. I mean, they've made it out of prototype, and they're almost a full cup.
It's also only a 13-ounce cup.
What?
Yeah.
What a ripoff.
Isn't that just like
It's like
We should probably explain what it is.
It could hold your beer and
It's
maybe a tiny little more.
little thing that tells you what's
little-
in it.
it's a little
and,
thing.
Like how many
Tells
calories
you
are
what's
in it.
Right. It analyzes what you have
so like
in
if
it.
you have like a cup of milk in there, it would say like 100 calories.
It'll say milk, 120 calories.
It's
Can
the
it tell the
most.
difference between skim,
I have no
2%,
no
and
clue.
whole?
I brought it up on the podcast originally because I thought, what a useless piece of
I
turd.
could see
And
a
our software is not final yet, guys.
The caloric thing is pretty cool for people who have like a strict diet and want to like,
Yeah.
let's say only
Yeah,
use
I'll
a cup
just
of milk or
read
something.
You know what else can do that?
But-
Reading a label can
Yeah.
do it.
Like,
It's the
you
same
know.
exact activity. It's not like the cup says 120 calories. Enjoy your
People
milk.
are really lazy.
I like
Does
that
it talk to you too?
I like that my computer says milk
Milk.
instead of milk.
I say milk.
Thanks, dude. Why is I was wondering this the other day. I kind of take this for granted. This beer reminded me. Why is it that some beers are twist off and some beers are not twist
I'm dealing
off?
with this problem right now because Barbara just handed me the beer and I need a
Well, tough
church
luck.
Yeah, just
key to
make sure
open
you
it.
save them.
Tough luck.
Why is it?
Use
Why,
your muscles.
Give them if there's one in there. Why can't every beer bottle be a
How
twist
muscles
off?
work.
Why is it that some are not?
I don't know if any of the European beers I used to drink were twist off. I think every single one was.
Because they don't have the technology over there. That's sad.
I mean, I think they're working on the material.
Isn't pop off like a little more old fashioned?
Definitely. You should have to have an opener to open a beer can.
And
Yeah.
Like pull tabs were an invention.
Coke bottles were pop offs as well.
Did you guys, as young as you were, did you ever have not a beer? Did you ever have a soda can where the pull tab came off? That you pulled the tab all the way off?
No.
You didn't have that? You had that,
I
right?
had that. I remember that. It's like
Yeah.
you would pull it off and you throw it on the ground.
Did you ever?
Mid 80s.
Did you ever have the bottles where there's a ball in the top and you have to shove the ball down?
Isn't that a Japanese?
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
They're cool.
I bet Meg introduced those to you, right?
No, I saw one in Japan when we went.
Oh, that's right. That's
Ra-
right. My
we-
kids love those.
Ranmu,
There's a
I think that's what's called.
Is it?
Yeah.
They
little
just look like a bunch
local
of
market
lies.
that sells those.
They
right
sell
by our
them
house.
here.
We
They
bike
sell them
down
at
there.
How Do You Roll, which is a sushi place.
Yeah.
And I bought one, and I lost the part where you like push in for the ball. So everyone tried to stab it with a knife or like different types of things to get the ball in.
Bad idea.
And I think Kara was the one who finally got it because she
Did
tried
she use
for
her
like
teeth?
4 hours.
Did you really?
She's like, I'm determined to do this.
Here's another solution.
It's like you
buy another one.
It's like you opening that fucking
I was
bottle of
already back
Maker's
in the
Mark.
office.
Okay. What's that?
It's like
The
you opening
candle.
that bottle of Maker's Mark that RT Life the other day.
Oh yeah, that was fucking hard.
That bottle of Maker's Mark sat in our office for weeks.
Yeah,
I think initially, Drunk Matt is the one who broke it.
probably. That
And then
sounds right.
it just sat there forever. And every now and then, like, Jeff would sober up enough to come in and try to open it. And he'd fight with it for a bit, then give up and throw it down. It'd be like watching a bear trying to figure out, like, how to get its treat out of a toy or a trap. He'd, like, gnaw at it and fight
Someone
with it
made
for
a really
bit.
good comment.
Scientist nearby with clipboard, looking through the window. Look, he's stacking boxes.
And then finally you came in and figured out your way to
Someone
do it.
pointed out that Burnie was using an open flame with an entire bottle of alcohol.
I said that in the thing. I said this is also how they make Molotov cocktails. This, so I have
not
to
hear
be pretty
that.
careful. Yeah.
Jeff
But
was
it
telling me
worked.
about a service called Drizzly or something. Mm-hmm. But it's like Instacart for booze.
They deliver booze.
Oh,
Have you
really?
used
Yeah.
it? Jeff
No.
says he uses it when he's too drunk to get in his car.
Instacart
again.
won't bring you booze?
I don't know.
What about, like,
I'm sure you
Favor?
could order beer
Yeah.
from Instacart.
Apparently it's just for booze. So it's
I
quite
love
quick.
that we live in a city and in a time where there are multiple services I can call on to bring
Yeah.
me shit. It's like I'm at home, like, I don't want to go get this.
It's so lazy.
Alan once recounted a day where he felt like a horrible person at the end of Alan Abdeen, where he was like on his couch at home and he had a service called Favor bring him a meal from a restaurant. Then he had Instacart like deliver like junk food because he was watching football. And then he had Think Drizzly bring him beer afterwards. Like he just literally had just food and booze come to him all day long and he didn't move from the couch.
I was
Yeah.
off for 2 weeks these past 2 weeks.
Alright.
Did not leave the house very much. Instacart was my best friend.
Instacart's a service where they go to like the local grocery store and they just shop for you and then
Yeah.
drop it
Did
off.
you
could
not feel
shop
the
all
need
online.
to just get outside and do something?
I did every now and then, but
You just sit at home.
Fuck
I-
Look at the
that.
wistful look on Barbara's face. Like, yeah, outside, yeah.
It's kind of
fun, fun.
overrated.
Yeah.
when
not
you have
fussed.
2 weeks to
Windy.
do nothing, you kind of just want to do nothing.
I want to. Whenever I've been busy and I want to do nothing, the doing nothing part lasts like a day and a half, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to do stuff again.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a couple of weeks of just bugger all.
That
Yeah,
cedar
the-
pollen count
we're
gets
very
back up to
different people.
medium. I'm locking my doors down. I'm staying in my house.
Are you
Yes.
like loopy with allergies? Because I sent an email last week confirming everyone's going to be
Oh,
on the
yeah.
podcast. You replied saying, great, just pray that the pollen counts are low. Then Barbara and I started exchanging ideas for the podcast awards.
that
and
was
then,
today you started exchanging
and then you
ideas.
came into our office and were like, hey, who's on the podcast tonight? And I told you, like, what about podcast awards? Like, are you not getting the emails?
I just didn't read the email. I just didn't read the
You
email
replied
today.
to one earlier.
I replied to saying, yes, I'll be on the podcast. I guess I didn't read the part where we had the podcast awards.
Yeah, we were
I just
discussing
wanna
why you
make sure-
forgot.
I just want to make sure I'm prepared.
Yeah, you
I just
walked
assumed
out
you
and
were
Barbara
high
and I
on
were like,
allergy
should we be
medication.
concerned? Should we be
Fine.
worried? Is he sick? Is
If I
something
left
wrong?
like 5 things in your office, then I would be concerned, which I probably did. I probably left a pen and a jacket and something else.
I'm going to wait for you to leave that flashlight in our office.
I'm gonna get you a utility belt of some sort, and it's gonna have a function where it tells you what's in your belt.
I would
and how
lose
much
the belt.
it weighs.
I would lose the belt. I got
So
my life down to
what's
a
the
pat.
point? What's the point in a Fitbit? Because your phone does that. You know, it
Yeah.
has a pedometer in it now.
I'm in the Fitbit ecosystem. That's all you need to know.
So am I. I just use the phone though.
What does that mean?
Well, like the Fitbit app works with just your phone and not the.
But don't you have to run all day and drain your battery?
No, there's it automatically tracks it
Yeah.
in the new
built in.
health tracker in iOS
And you
8.
can import everything from that health app into Fitbit, and it's like this many steps.
Do you
this
use
many-
Fitbit?
I just turned it on.
I find that the two numbers vary wildly.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah?
do you have one?
Yeah, I wear a little Fitbit, and the number never matches up with what my
I'm
iPhone
also
says.
not going to keep my phone on me when I'm on the treadmill and stuff. I have my phone out and stuff.
I do. I just walk.
Yeah. This thing's on me all the time.
You-
I'm happy
you-
with this. Leave me alone.
You go on a treadmill?
Shut your mouth.
You
I
work out?
have a treadmill.
You work out?
No, I just walk on a. If I've had a day where I just sat around, I'll walk for like 5 miles on a treadmill.
And like play something or watch something?
Yeah, I watch something on my iPad.
Do you ever try to
Even
like,
as like a little slot where I guess in the past people used to put magazines on a treadmill,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
now it perfectly just suits an iPad.
do you ever try to jerk it while you're on the treadmill?
No.
You think,
What?
I don't know, I'm just curious. Like, could you?
What?
Do you think you could jack off and walk at the same time?
No,
I've never jacked off and walked, but I peed and walked before.
I
I'd
think
walk
the
backwards and pee.
walking would throw off your flow. It would throw off your.
Or maybe you don't have to move your hand as much because you got the hip motion already.
What do you do with
So
your
why don't
hand down
treadmills just have like a little socket?
Boys
Right.
are weird.
What if you
there?
could
You
attach?
going in a circle?
What if you could attach like a?
Muriel's walking
We've
away.
had a walk off.
Someone
done.
gone.
I wish I could
I'm
walk
out.
off right now.
You should try it.
Did you try it?
I don't have a treadmill. All right, try.
Did you try just walking around your house?
No.
You
I'll
don't need
try
a
it.
treadmill to walk and jerk it off. You know, you can just like. You can
Well,
do-
then you have to walk like in a circle or something. Like you need a lot of
Please.
space. If it's a treadmill, you're just like in one confined space.
we would all be like glued to Esther's Twitter feed that night that you did that. She'd be like, "This is it. He's lost his fucking mind. He's walking around the house."
because your knob would be doing this, and your arm would have to be.
Your arm can compensate.
It'd be like a train wheel, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, that motion exactly.
chugga. You can do it. Try it. Let us know how it goes.
No, I'm not going to try that.
Do you
Why
want
not?
to take a lap right around the podcast
Hey,
set right
honestly,
now?
Gavin,
my ba-
can I use your treadmill?
I'm going to put a mat down or something. The
Put a couple.
treadmills. Do you ever get that when you step off a treadmill and your legs feel like weird jelly, but you keep wanting to walk forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're velocitized. That's what you call it. It's also when
Velocitized
some people feel
raptor.
weird after they get off a plane for the first time. They're like, "Oh, fucked up," because they're going at a high velocity. Dude, I watched a guy when we were doing research. When I was doing research for online video of the year, I saw a video that I'd never seen before. It was a guy doing G-force tests, and he was just amazing.
Oh, I saw
at
that.
it. Like he went up to like 8 Gs for 30 seconds.
What, you wouldn't pass out or anything?
No.
Yeah, I think they were really trying to make him pass out.
Yeah, they were like, "Look, there's a last test that we can do."
At what point would his brain just disconnect from his head?
I don't know. At one point, he like completely lost vision, but he didn't pass out. Yeah.
I'm blind. This is great.
And he's like, "I lost more vision in this side than this side, but I was okay." And it's always so funny because their face is just like,
Yeah.
all the way back. And then they're doing that breathing thing where they're going, I totally want to do it. Patrick, I'll send you the video so you can find a funny clip of it.
All right. Well, let's start then.
All right.
Oh, yes, podcast awards.
Which one do I start with?
Let's do a TV show,
TV show?
since I feel like that's the least exciting.
Do you have TV shows you want to talk about, Burnie?
I have one to vote for.
I have a
Yeah.
few here. What'd you say, Gavin?
I have one to vote for.
What do you have?
Well, I think I did Game of Thrones last time, or Breaking Bad. This year, I'm going to do Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. It's on the list. to
Solid.
talk
I
about.
like it. It's a funny
Bob's
show.
Burgers is really good.
Very
Yeah.
solid.
Never seen it.
It's
It's an animated show.
I think
Yeah.
all.
Let me tell you,
three
somebody who's never
seasons
seen the show, let me explain the show.
Go.
It's a family that owns a hamburger place, and the dad is really weird, and there's something weird about the daughter too. Like she's like, or maybe she's the normal one in the family. That's it.
Everyone is weird in that show.
Everyone's
That's
weird.
all you
Everyone's
have to
weird.
know.
All 3 daughters.
They have 3 daughters.
2 daughters.
Oh, 2 daughters and a son. Sorry.
So,
So why should I watch this show? Tell me.
it's like Gene.
Gee, why?
It's Jean.
Oh, gotcha.
It's good. It's just really, really funny.
Didn't
I
one of
don't
their
know.
voice actors die just recently?
What? No.
Am I thinking about something different?
Oh, you're thinking about the voice actor. She did.
Oh, she did.
She did Dexter.
Babe.
She did a Chucky from Rugrats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
She
you're
was
right.
the,
Nancy
the good
Cartwright?
Dexter and
No,
Dexter's
no,
Lab.
No.
she's from The Simpsons.
Right. I just saw Who's That Voice? Or I know that voice.
Christine Cavanaugh.
All right. I got one I can talk about.
What's up?
You just want to talk about Bob's Burger anymore? I'm going to do some typical ones here. Like, I started using this program, and it keeps wanting to put me in this stupid-ass tutorial mode, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Evernote?
I get it.
I've never seen that show.
No.
What about
it's a
you
different
guys?
one.
Good one, Gavin.
All right. Sorry. Here, I got my notes up here. I had Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. I saw this one on your list, too, and I put it on mine. Last Week Tonight, the John Oliver
Fucking
show.
great. I
I never watched Daily Show, and that show, Last Week Tonight, is fucking great.
I wanted to hate that show just because they had
Yep.
one promo they would play over and over on each
Yep.
show. It's like, I fucking get it. I didn't watch it, I think, the first 2 or 3 months it was on. Then there's like, I just kept seeing.
It was this
clips
year's
on
Low
YouTube.
Winter Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly a fucking perfect analogy.
Yep.
It was during Game of Thrones. They'd always show the fucking commercials for it.
Yep.
And then finally I gave in. I just saw it linked on YouTube and on the internet so much I started watching. Fucking great show.
His bit about net neutrality is great. That's like, now when people want to talk about net neutrality, I just send them to that video of John Oliver explaining net neutrality.
He's
might
got a
be-
great way to like take complex issues and then boil them down to very understandable terms.
He might be
Yeah.
the most famous British person who's not famous in England.
It wasn't Amy Winehouse like not that popular in the UK? You were surprised when we were all listening to Amy Winehouse when you came
She
over
was
5
pretty
years
popular.
ago.
She was
was
on the-
popular,
yeah,
right?
she was on the radio all the time.
Okay. Because you were really
I just didn't-
distressed.
I just didn't like Amy Winehouse.
Oh, okay.
Actually, when I first saw her perform, or the first time I heard of her, she was on some chat show and she came out. She did a cover of Michael Jackson, some Michael Jackson song, and I thought it was like some sort of special needs girl who'd come out and started singing. I thought it was like, oh, they're letting her have a go at this Michael Jackson song because it was so weird and bad.
Isn't there something appealing though about the hot mess? I mean, isn't that?
Is there?
Yeah,
I've
until
always
it dies.
wondered.
What?
I've always wondered why. Why is there something appealing about a hot mess?
I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
You're the one who said it.
Yeah, you're the one who's. Is it because you feel better about yourself because of look at them?
Well, I think the
Or
really
just-
scary thing is talented people, how attractive talented people are, especially like singers or anything like that. When you see that, it's like, I don't know what that is that immediately makes them like 10 times more attractive when somebody just starts singing or something like that. But it's just the way it works. But yeah, I don't know what it is with the hot mess. But I'm talking to you as a girl because girls are always going for the bad boys and stuff like that.
Not always.
Sort of. I mean, not always, but I mean, it's not surprising when you see it.
I think it's because they tend to have more confidence, perhaps.
Bad boys do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meg
I don't.
Meg said something that was interesting. She said that people who are like really dedicated to one thing and pull it off are attractive. Like I was watching this video of a guy doing, instead of a 3x3 Rubik's
Like
Cube,
serial killers.
instead of a 3x3 Rubik's
Super
Cube,
hot.
it was a 17x17x17 Rubik's Cube. And he solved it in like 8 hours. And she was like, that's hot that he can do that. I was like, is it, or is he a giant nerd? Is that hot? Is that attractive?
If a girl
I can't
walked in with a
imagine.
17x17x17 Rubik's Cube and solved it over 8 hours, no.
I can't imagine it thinking as a younger person, wow, if I really get good at this might get me laid. I wouldn't ever think that. And it's surprising to me that she would find that attractive.
I think there's a difference between being really good at something like that you've clearly spent way too much time of your life doing, versus you're dedicated over something. Like if you're a musician or something and you spend a lot of time practicing the guitar or something of that sort. That's different to me.
It's weird you bring this up because this just came up on Twitter the other day, where you guys know who Chloe Dykstra is? Skydart on Twitter. You know Chloe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just randomly tweeted, I don't know what caused her to do it. She said, and she posted the video of the robot that serves ketchup. You've seen that one, right, Gus?
No.
It's like a ketchup bottle. You haven't seen that?
No.
With the ketchup bottle on wheels and it tries to serve ketchup? And it's a guy built a robot that serves ketchup. All right, that video we have to play.
Is
Patrick.
it a real thing?
You guys have definitely seen this video. Just look up. It looks like a bottle of ketchup on top of a tiny tank. Anyway, she said, one time like 7 years ago, I saw this ketchup robot video and I felt moved to contact the creator and ask him out for a date. Like, she saw the video that somebody had made a robot that serves ketchup. And so she's a really hot chick.
Maybe she's a big fan of
I
French
don't know,
fries.
that's all she wrote.
I
So
like
I don't
the-
know if she actually called the guy and asked him out on a date or whatever.
I like that
And that's all she wrote.
nerd stuff is seen as attractive. It's a cool thing.
You're telling me.
But like, it's like when Intel did that ad. Intel did that.
Mexican salad over there really agrees with you.
Intel did a commercial where they were like profiling different people. One of them was the guy that invented USB or something. He's like walking around like a rock star. And I thought it's pretty funny. Like the guy that made USB is getting some credit for doing
Had
that.
to make it a fucking.
I would fucking lay into that dude.
had to make a
What?
fucking rectangle.
Yeah,
You can't plug it in upside down or right side up.
Well, they're making it so you can, right?
Yeah, after fucking 3 versions.
Yeah, the lightning cable got it right. That's the interface now. You just plug it in. You don't have to look at it or anything. Even HDMI, it's got a little bend, so you can't put it in upside down. USB, I would never go to Vegas and bet 50-50 because I know I plug in USB wrong about 80% of the time.
But-
Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
funny if
Because
that
you're
was a
not-
casino game?
plug in
Plug in the
USB.
USB.
Do it blind.
Should
But it's
be.
commitment based. Is this the success rate is based on how committed you are to knowing it's the right way around. Like if you look at it and plug it in a way, you know it's that way, it will always go in. If you take it and you put it in the right way, but you're not sure if it's the right way, sometimes it doesn't go in.
Because you're afraid
Right.
to jam it.
Because you're just like, is it? Isn't it? I'm not committed
doing it
enough to go
right,
for it,
yeah.
and it doesn't go in. So it's like you have to know.
It's like sex.
It is called the Heinz. It's called the Heinz Automato. Is what it is.
Automato.
So did they? Did they go out?
I say automato. But
Automato?
automato.
You say
whatever.
automato.
Whatever.
I say avocado.
You gotta. You have to. You have
I
to
think
show
it's playing
this
it.
video.
Oh,
They're
maybe
trying
not.
to pull it up.
Oh, they're trying to pull it up. Okay.
Oh, is this it?
There it goes.
Good
Serve the
Lord.
ketchup.
Why does it have those
There it goes.
arms?
So it's not even a real.
What's the spinning?
You've never seen this video?
No. It looks like an infomercial.
Oh,
It's not even a real
perfect.
ketchup bottle.
What are those arms? What is this?
It's like a little spin.
Spinning.
Here comes the other one.
It's
It just failed all out. I'm sure people who have listened to the
Wow.
podcast have seen that video before.
I want
It's
to
like-
know if it worked out between him and Chloe Dykstra.
It's a total failure.
When did she tweet that?
I don't know. She tweeted the other day. I just thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
And I actually liked that. That like this lady saw this video of this guy nerd who made these ketchup delivering robots, and she felt compelled to call the guy and ask him for a date. I don't know if she ever did. That's
The
all she
internet
wrote.
helps people find common interests
And
and
love.
meet.
Twitter does not offer much closure. You just get somebody's random thought, and then that's it.
Although,
So-
didn't Allie DeBerry meet her boyfriend through Twitter?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know if that was a totally different experience than other people have had in their life.
I'm gonna go through a few more of the TV shows
Go for it.
that we talked about, or that we pitched back and forth. So you talked about Walking Dead. I gotta throw True Detective in there.
Oh yeah.
Great show.
Was that this year?
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
It was like January to March or so of 2014.
Fair play.
Orange is the New Black, Mad Men, Last Week Tonight. You said Louis, Fargo.
Louis great.
Fargo,
I got to get back into Mad Men. I dropped out, and I got to get back into it.
and finally House of Cards.
Didn't we used to watch that at the Alamo?
Oh yeah, I used to watch it religiously until the AMC told them they couldn't show it anymore at the Alamo, and then that's when I fell off from Mad Men.
Did you say House of Cards twice?
No, I may have repeated it just to make sure
What
I
else
didn't
did
get cut
we
off.
used to watch at the Alamo? Was it Breaking Bad?
And Walking Dead.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Alamo would show 2 weeks in a row of hour-long shows and then serve food and everything else. And I remember there was always like the MC that like drove us nuts.
Yeah.
In that, so.
Yeah. Just like shut up, get on with the show.
Wasn't a problem with that. All right, I want to throw another one at you. You named everything on my list because I had Louis on there. Game of Thrones,
Oh,
Walking Dead,
You also threw in Modern Family, which I don't think we had said yet.
Modern
Yeah,
Family.
the thing is that I only watched 2 shows this year. One was Game of Thrones, the other one's Modern Family. So I'm like, well,
We're just getting them all out there.
Don't know that I would nominate it for Show of the Year, but as someone who I know is interested in Mad Men, this is a weird correlation to make, but you'll have to watch the show for it to make sense. The show Ascension, which you can get, I think, right now for free on the dashboard of the Xbox One, I think. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe it was free. It's on
Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
Netflix.
You can watch it. But
It is.
Ascension is basically the premise, and I can't go too far into it, but the premise is there's a colony ship that's going to a different planet, and it's going to take 3 generations to get there.
Okay.
And they're 50 years in, and it's the story of the middle generation that never set foot on Earth and that will never set foot on the other planets.
Are the parents still alive?
I don't. From what I can understand from watching the show, the first season is what, 6 episodes, Ash? Yeah. We're about 3 episodes into it, so I'm just bringing it up because it's a show. It's a new show this year that I sought out and watched, and I'm so far I'm liking it. I mean, it
that
has
premise
Trisha
sounds
Helfer
super
in it.
cool.
Did Ashley really come closer to the microphones to open a fucking bag of chips?
Yeah, she walked
You were
right
seated
over.
way over there where it wasn't at all audible.
That's not even a normal bag of chips. It's one of those.
That
like,
is the loudest bag of chips in the world.
Just go for
I'll
it.
open it for you.
Absolutely.
Come here. I'll open it for you.
We've all called attention.
What
to
about
Did it even closer
That
to
was
the
horrible.
microphone.
That was horrible. You can come pick it up. It's not like you're gonna hurt anybody's feelings. All right, that's fine.
people say good things about
I don't want you coming in front of the TV
Blacklist
monitors though. I'm afraid you'll see the video of the Heinz robot
I-
and you'll
I
like
can't-
leave me for that guy.
I can't bring myself to watch Blacklist.
I can't because I've seen James Spader in The Office.
Maybe that's it. He was terrible in The Office.
He was terrible.
I hate it. Yeah.
Well, that season was.
I
all
mean,
that.
that might be it. It was just
The
like
whole
a
of,
bad.
like-
After Steve Carell, I was going to call him Steve Carey. After Steve Carell left, it was
Steve Perry.
It was downhill.
Number one recommendation I can say for watching Ascension is first of all, it's a sci-fi show and you should support sci-fi shows. Secondly, it has Trisha Helfer in it and you can see her butt.
You've seen her butt in real life. Through
How dare you?
through clothes. And
Yes. I've seen her. I've met her in real life. That's coming back to the story. That was the story of losing the iPhone in Australia. I said I was going to come back to you because I knew we were going to talk about Ascension and Trisha Helfer and how hot Trisha Helfer is. She was a special guest with us at a convention when I lost my phone.
Yeah.
And you know that thing when you meet somebody and you're all on Twitter? And it's like, oh, you're on Twitter here. I'll follow you. Like, oh, yeah, I'll follow you too. And you do that whole thing. So it's me and Gavin and Trisha Helfer sitting there. And Gavin goes, oh, yeah, I'm on Twitter. Let me see. You're on Twitter? She goes, yeah. She goes, here, we'll sign up. And I go, I'm on Twitter too, but I don't have my phone, so I can't follow you. She goes, well, just follow each other later. It's like, so then I completely lost it because
Did
I
she
did my
never
phone
follow
on
you?
me.
That was your
Never
moment.
followed me.
She
after
follows
that.
me.
I know, because you're right there doing the phone thing with her. And I
Oh.
was like, son of a bitch.
When I was in,
You could have been Mr. Trisha Helfer by now.
No, I think she's married to like some like 8 foot tall Swedish dude or something like that.
when I was
alright.
in Australia at the
And
event,
I'm very happily occupied.
I was chatting with Neve McIntosh, who's a character on Doctor Who, and I told her, we have a YouTube channel and everything. He's like, oh, here, I'll subscribe to your channel. Show me. So I walked her through and helped her subscribe to the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel.
Did you say sorry in advance?
No. I was like, here, watch Frag Dude. Come back, talk to me later.
Frag, dude. But Ascension is about that, but there's definitely like a Mad Men vibe to it that I can't really go into because I don't want to ruin anything for you. And then I can also say, like, I don't want to go too much to the premise of the show, especially people who watch the show will understand this, is that it's a totally different kind of show. Like, if you think you're going to be watching like a hardcore sci-fi show, it kind of is, but it's a totally different element to
Is
it.
it funny?
No, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's kind of like a cross between Battlestar Galactica and Mad Men.
Man, I miss Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
The
What a
first
weird
3
combination.
seasons.
And something else, too. There's another element in there as well that I can't.
You can't
if
even
I
talk
said it,
about.
would kind of ruin some stuff.
It'd be cool if they ended up on the Halo map, Ascension. With the
Yeah? No.
why not?
I don't think
It's
so.
a cross between the Halo theme and like Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
I know.
I would be curious to see what other people think about Ascension because I'm sure there's a lot of people who watched it and were like, what? Oh, fuck this. I'm not watching this anymore. Like, there's definitely moments in that show where you're like, nope, out.
You said it's on Netflix?
I almost abandoned.
I might start watching that then because I need a new thing for the treadmill.
You should totally give it a shot.
Give it a wank.
Totally give Ascension a shot.
I'm not gonna wank on a treadmill.
God,
Dude,
you
Trisha
gotta
Helfer's
wank
in
on the
it.
treadmill.
No, he doesn't.
Wank over
He doesn't.
Trisha Helfer.
Stick to your guns on this. Don't wank on the
Do we have a
treadmill.
treadmill here at the office?
Hey guys, I'm having trouble on
used
Twitter.
to.
I can't seem to find like a refresh on this thing.
I saw a Nordic Track
If you
box
right
in the
click
dumpster.
Yeah, I saw
NPR
it.
and press reload, you should be good.
on TweetDeck.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, Babs.
Yeah.
Smart
So
lady.
didn't the dumpster overflow situation end up in us almost being fined or something?
It did. So we had so many boxes in the dumpster. After last week's podcast, the dumpster got even more boxes.
It was overflow. There was stuff just piled up
and
around
after that,
it.
there were even more boxes.
Yeah.
And
You couldn't even see the dumpster by the end.
yeah, we found out that we were going to get fined because we had so many boxes in the dumpster.
Like unbroken down boxes?
Yeah, so Chelsea had to organize like 10 people to go out there with, knives and break down all of the
Yeah.
boxes so they fit in the dumpster. I think Blaine jumped into the dumpster to help smash everything down.
Yeah.
Been there.
He thinks he's still an intern.
He said that he's gotten really sick of people sending him that video of the guy challenging Gaston to the push-up contest. At
Oh,
Disney.
I can imagine. I thought about Blaine when I saw the video.
Yeah.
It's a video of a guy at the park.
But if you're that, so it's a guy who challenges Gaston to a push-up contest. I can't imagine what that guy's motivation was. It's like, do you want to humiliate a Disney character in front of little kids by beating them, or do you want to lose? Like, what are the possible outcomes here?
See, here's the thing. You don't understand because you have a regular chance to perform in front of a group of people, which is a fun thing to do.
Okay.
Not everyone gets that. It's like
Okay.
when you go to a comedy club, it's like, why is this guy like trying to be part of the show and heckling and like thinking or like just shouting out? It's like, what are you doing? It's like, just let
I
the
think
comedian
it's,
go. And it's like, there's just some people who never get that experience of like having, an audience.
All
I think
eyes
it's a
on him.
conspiracy. I think it was paid for by Disney, and it was a deliberate viral video.
You think so?
No.
I don't think so either.
The Gaston fucking destroyed
He
that
was
guy.
impressive.
He really showed that guy up.
Some people in the comments, of course, were bitching that Gaston was doing real push-ups, but then someone replied with, "Isn't that the perfect Gaston thing to do?
Yeah.
To like cheat and not do correct push-ups to really, pump the numbers."
His song in Beauty and the Beast still has one of my favorite lines of all time from any Disney song. Is I use antlers in all of my decorating. I love that line. I don't know why. The way he delivers it, it's perfect. Anyways,
Barbara, somebody Twitter wants to know, what is the color of your nail polish and where can she buy it?
my nail
he?
polish is Essie, and it's silver. I don't know what the actual name of it is, but it's a silver nail polish from Essie.
SE is a brand?
Yeah,
Okay.
ESSIE.
That's not how I would have guessed.
You get it at CVS or any
I would guess
local
SE.
drugstore.
I would have guessed the letter S and the letter E.
Yeah.
In that order.
Somebody mentioned a show that I would totally put on my list of best shows of the year. If I'd remembered it, for some reason I didn't. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Have you seen it yet?
Jack?
Does Jack like the show?
He loves that show.
Are you fucking serious?
I don't know.
I would watch that show, but I've got, Jackitis,
Oh, really?
where you can't watch it too soon because Jack's all like, it's so good. It's like...
He was the first
you not
person
wanna
to
watch it.
You stayed
mention
away from
Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad? Yeah.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was, I didn't watch that for like 2 years because
Yeah.
of Jack.
All right, here, I'm going to read this thing, then we can go on to our next topic.
I'm getting these chips.
I want to remind everyone. Oh, yeah. You got this? That's out there. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by. So we still have best movie and best internet video. I say we should probably do movie next because internet video can take a while. 'Cause
I always go with movies, I always go for.
Audience is saying Arrow, by the way. We missed Arrow too. So I don't watch it, but shout out to how many people are saying Arrow was a good show. Or is a good show.
I always appreciate a large budget. I think Interstellar had the biggest budget of the movies I watched.
Did it?
That really does it for you, just how big the budget is?
Yeah, I kind of appreciate it. I'm like, look how much money they're spending on this movie. And it like you can see the budget in the movie. Like, stuff looks good. Like,
It
that
did.
TARS thing looked cool.
That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I liked a
I'm
lot
not
of.
saying it was my favorite movie, but there wasn't a lot of good movies.
I think there
Maybe
were
Guardians of the Galaxy
a
was.
ton of good movies this year, actually, and I had a really difficult time picking just a couple.
Yeah, my list is really long.
I think, though, the one I enjoyed the most, and I keep going back to it because it's honestly a perfect movie in my opinion, is the Lego Movie.
Lego movie's really good.
I loved that movie.
There's
That-
a weird flaw in the Lego movie that's just weird to me.
What?
Which is like the whole, like, everything is awesome, that whole song, when they sing it.
Uh-huh.
And they say, everything is cool when you're part of a team. Then that's like an evil song. Like, working together and doing stuff together is great. That, like, became like an evil anthem.
Yeah,
like
like
in the movie. I
propaganda.
don't know how that's a bad thing. Like, it
But
seems like
then
a really
the-
positive song,
but
but
then
in the movie,
the master builders all work together as a team.
yeah. It was like, I get the whole individuality thing and creativity, and which is what they're pushing in the whole movie. But it's like,
You're just looking for problems.
I
think it's
kind of
perfect
am.
in every
I
way.
kind of am. But like we got the soundtrack and we would listen to it in the car all the time. And that's when I thought, oh yeah, why is this a bad song? Like in the movie, that's like an evil song that they used to indoctrinate people essentially. But it's a great song. And by the way,
hypnotic.
I think it's
catchiest
more
song
like-
ever.
I think it's more that there's no individualism. Is
No, I
what they're
get that.
trying to say.
Man,
I get that part of it.
what happened to Chris Pratt? What a fucking career path that guy has had.
Yeah,
Right?
let him.
Yeah, I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
He went from like, I'd never heard of the guy.
We talked about it on the podcast years ago.
Yeah, and then he's like,
Do you remember? We didn't even know his name.
no.
We talked about him because he was in paparazzi photos on the beach. He was the fat dude that was married to Anna Faris. Like, apparently Anna Faris married some. Look at this fat dude she married. Like,
Didn't someone pull up a clip of us saying that?
yeah, and it's Chris Pratt.
Wow.
And we had no idea who he was.
Chris Fat.
Good one, Gavin.
That dude can drop weight and gain weight fast.
Yeah, he got really cut for Zero Dark 30.
Yeah.
And then also in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was really buff.
I
Which
can't
is
help but wonder
another
how
good
cut
movie.
he actually was for Guardians of the Galaxy, because the only shot of him like that is that one shot where he's surrounded by, like, in the prison.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much of that is CG. Like, that's a heavy CG shot.
I think he wanted to do that himself, so he just worked for it.
I totally believe it. Not taking it away from him, but I just wonder for that movie in particular. Zero Dark 30, the guy got in amazing shape.
Gone Girl, also, for me, is
Gone Girl's a fucking good movie.
one of my favorite movies of the year.
And Anna Faris was hot as shit.
I really, really liked Gone Girl.
Me too.
I went in really not knowing anything about that movie.
Is that this? Is that what this is?
Yeah. And
Did you not
have
see
you
it?
not seen it?
No, what is this?
It's Gone Girl. It's available. You can watch it on Xbox Video now. I think the Blu-ray doesn't come out for like another week
Also
or two.
on iTunes
Yeah.
as well.
It's a David Fincher movie.
It will make you so mad.
Yeah?
I was
Have you not seen it
fuming
yet?
during
seen
this
it yet.
movie.
Really good.
Why would it make you mad?
I can't say it's gonna spoil certain things.
I don't want to be mad.
But like in a good way. Like I love that movie so much, and I was so
And there's
angry.
some great
it
performances
and I
in that
wanna
movie.
just
The-
Like at first,
the wife in that movie,
she's great. But
probably one of the best actresses of the year.
that movie, like I said, I went in really not knowing anything, not wanting to like it. And I was really annoyed at like the first, I don't know, hour of the movie. I'm like, oh, this fucking piece of shit. And then, it just like, it drags you in. And you're just like fixated on it, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on
You
in
get
this movie?
so emotionally invested in it, and I think that's why I
cool.
got so angry.
It's
wanna watch it now.
It's really, really
You
good.
should watch it tonight.
I also enjoy Big Hero 6.
Yes.
I didn't
Monty
know-
literally just tweeted that at me.
I didn't know
Or
a knob
texted
about that
me.
movie, and
I still haven't seen it. I have no idea what the fuck that movie's about based on the trailers. But every person I know that's seen it raves about how
I knew
great it
nothing
is.
about it before going in, and I think that's how you should watch it.
It's,
not
it's just a good movie. I wouldn't
it's not
say
the best.
rave
It's not
about
like
it.
you don't need hype. I never saw the trailer or anything.
It's a good movie. It was on my list as well. Big Hero 6.
The comedic timing in it is so
Interstellar was on my list.
Yeah. I also wrote down. Oh, you go ahead. I have a long list, so
I have Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
fucking great
Yeah.
movie.
I saw it when it was Live, Die,
I
Repeat.
forgot about that.
That's a good one.
That might
good-
be my number one.
On the flight back from Australia, I think I watched that movie 3 times.
It's amazing. I
You-
watch it
you
from a
repeated.
narrative perspective of how do they communicate that complex of a mechanic for the narrative to like just a broad audience. That's a summer blockbuster audience, and they communicate. I think what's something that's really complex that the average person might not understand, but they totally did it, and then they like level it up a couple different times. Like by the end of it, you totally get how much time that guy is spending doing
I think
something.
we appreciate it so much because we play a lot of video games, and it's just the same as going back to a checkpoint in a video game.
Yeah.
And having to just go all that way again.
I think they did. There was. I think
I don't want to give away. I don't think a lot of people saw it, and it's like a big home video hit. So I don't want to go too much into the story to like ruin it for people, like why it's called that.
I
or
haven't
anything
seen
like
it.
that.
I
You should totally see it.
I
It's
think
awesome.
I think there were a couple of missteps in the marketing of this movie. The movie didn't do that great. I don't think. I think it's got a lot of word of mouth now, and it's doing better. But when it came out, I watched it on Xbox Video. When it came out, they had a free 10-minute preview. You could watch the first 10 minutes of the movie. So I really wanted to watch it. So I told Esther, like, let's sit down, let's watch the first 10 minutes. First 10 minutes are boring as shit.
How far does it take you?
It takes you up.
Through,
Do you
like,
get
the-
to the beach?
No, he gets up
gets
to
in
the point where it's wake up. He's getting woken up at the military base for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's all about to kick off.
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like,
prologue stuff.
why does that 10 minutes stop there?
That's
It's
where the
first
rest of
10
the movie
minutes.
starts, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like that moment. So it's so weird that that's where it stops.
Why didn't you just buy the movie and watch the movie?
You're never good.
Because I had to try to convince Esther it was a movie she would want to watch because she wasn't interested in the trailer. But we started watching the movie and like, I don't know, like 2/3 of the way through, she's like, Esther turns to me and says, "This is the best movie ever made." Oh my god.
I really liked. It's not a spoiler. I like the way that the things moved
Yeah.
and how like
Yeah.
parts of it would move slowly and the other parts would be like really abrupt and startlingly fast, and it was like the weirdest contrast of like this thing moves in a horrible way.
Well, it's also like so often you see things fall into like a humanoid trap. And It's
Right.
like this is something totally different.
Just that bit where it's coming at him down the corridor.
All right. Sorry, Barbara. No spoilers.
I'm not
it's
sorry.
all fine.
Bob. I'm not the least bit sorry.
I saw that. This is an unrelated tangent. I saw who was it? I was watching the Tonight Show a couple of weeks ago, and Jimmy Fallon was talking to someone about Boardwalk Empire, and they were going to talk about spoilers. So he tells everyone, "Listen, we're going to talk about spoilers. If you don't want to hear it, I recommend you mute your TV. I'm going to hold up this green sign that says spoilers on it. When you see me put this green sign down, you know that the spoiler talk is over." Then he waits like 10 seconds for people to mute their TV, and then proceeds to talk about spoilers with the actor. They go through like a minute-long conversation, and then he puts the spoiler sign down.
And they actually did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then that was it. It was like the spoiler
That's
talk. So
smart.
so it's like if you're watching, you know to mute, and then when you see him put the sign down, like, okay, I can listen.
We should get one of those.
I was like, that's a fucking good idea. But then
Yeah.
we have audio listeners.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to.
We used to do that. We used to say, well, for the next 35 seconds or
Well, I mean,
whatever.
you can edit in the time code of when you stop
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
it.
it's more
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
It's easier just to hold
It's so
fire.
weird too. It's like we're
Just
so
watch it.
conscious of people's like ability to consume media. Like we don't want to like take that experience away from them because it's like we've all had that. We know what it's like.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of
Well,
something
especially
right now.
with movies where like maybe 5 good ones happen in a year. You don't want to ruin one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got a ton of potentially good movies on here. And again, I do that same thing every year where I haven't seen all of these movies. So I feel like
So why would you put them on your list?
because I feel like they've got a lot of buzz. They're supposed to be really good. I feel like I'm gonna have to watch them all in the next week.
You know what my least favorite kind of spoiler is like I would rather have someone tell me like Bruce Willis is dead the whole time. It's like, oh, he is? It's like, oh, you ruined that for me. It's like, well, watch it anyway and then watch it. That I can like almost deal with. It's like I should have watched the movie when it came out 3 years ago. What I hate is when I say something like, I'm gonna watch Sixth Sense. And they're like, oh, wait till the twist at the end. You're like, why would you? And they don't tell you what it is, but like then the whole
Then you're
movie,
looking
I'm
for
just
it,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
all right, I'm like, what is it gonna be or anything like that? Like I just know it's coming.
Yeah.
Walking Dead's Twitter is made to spoil Walking Dead. Nobody. That's the one show that nobody gives a shit about. They're just like tweeting along while they watch Walking Dead. It's like, oh, I can't believe that person died.
I think it's either the official Walking Dead Twitter or Facebook page posted a spoiler after
Yeah.
their season finale after
East
it
Coast.
aired on the East Coast.
Yep.
Hadn't aired on the West Coast. Hadn't aired anywhere else in the world. And I was
Wow.
in Australia at the time, and everyone was fucking pissed because they get it on a week delay down there.
and
Oh my
it just
God.
notified everybody.
And it's like, you did it through their official channels
That
before it was even
sucks,
done
man.
airing in the U.S.
That's pretty
I
bad.
bet their social media person got an earful after that.
so fucking terrible.
Speaking of social media,
Yeah.
so after Laser Team, I started like getting friend requests from people that were on the production team, which then opened me up
On
of like,
Facebook?
yeah, on Facebook. Sorry, I don't use Facebook very often. It was like so and so friended so and so shows up, right? Like Burnie made friends with Katie, who was the production assistant. And so that'll show up and other people will see that. And they're like, oh, Burnie's on Facebook, and so they'll send me a friend request. So I got like these like runs of Facebook friend requests, which led to other ones. And then I went through like this run of like 40 people. And I was like, oh, who do I accept and who I don't? God damn it. I got a friend request, and I'm not going to go too much into details. I got a friend request from a guy that I run into all the time in LA. He sent me a friend request, and I was like, okay, this guy, I've met him like 4 times. He never fucking remembers me. Anytime. He always goes like, what is your name again? I said, I'm Burnie Burns. I'm from Rooster Teeth. He goes, oh, right. Okay. Why would that guy bother to send me a fucking friend request?
Because now he won't forget your name.
Well, he clearly doesn't care. I mean, it's like, or he doesn't know me. Like he doesn't actually know me as a person.
No
Unless
one
he's
knows
trying to play
anybody in
aloof.
social media.
Is that the way you on Facebook? For some reason, I only like link to my friends and stuff like
I
that.
do. I try to do that as well. But I think for
Except
the
my
most part,
friends who link to anybody else in the world, because then they get through them
I
to
think
me.
most people aren't like that. Most people are just they want to have as many friends as possible.
So they get a friend request, they don't even know who it is, they just accept it all.
yeah,
You think most people are like that?
I think
would
so.
think the opposite.
Most people are fucking idiots.
Says the guy
how
who
many-
used to accept everything.
How many people? I know. Trust me, I know firsthand. How many people on Facebook today posted that fucking hoax thing?
What's that?
I guess there was a hoax that Facebook changed its terms of service or something, and that if you want to opt out, you had to make a post that was like,
Oh, wow.
I do not consent to whatever bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I'm an idiot. Fucking all day long. I saw
Really?
that shit.
I'll go look at it right
I
now,
didn't
see if we
that
can
very
find it.
often.
Fucking idiots.
The funny thing is, too, when somebody passes along like misinformation, they just don't care. Like, oh, well.
Yeah, like, oh, this probably isn't true, but just in case. Like, oh, come on.
Just in case, forward this email and Bill Gates will donate money.
This probably isn't true does not make you not an idiot. You are still an idiot.
That's like saying no offense
Yeah.
before you say something offensive to someone.
Here, a couple more movies I'm gonna rattle off here. Boyhood,
Yep.
Birdman, Days of Future Past. You mentioned Interstellar. You mentioned Lego
No.
Movie.
Days of Future Past? Nah.
Big movie. You gotta have some on there you can discount.
Okay.
You mentioned Edge of Tomorrow, Imitation Game, Inherent Vice,
Okay.
Selma, Nightcrawler, Foxcatcher, an American Sniper.
Wow, if you're going to get that deep into like independent movies, Blue Ruin is one that people should check out as well.
Blue
I wouldn't
Ruin?
nominate as best movie of the year, but yeah.
Is that the sequel to Blue Waffle?
What's that? What about the movie? I tried to watch this movie 3 times, finally got through it the 3rd time. Ashley and I watched Snowpiercer.
Oh, how is that?
It's ridiculous. It's
Didn't
ridiculous.
they do that on screenplay?
Maybe
that-
they did. I don't. Yeah, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they talked about it.
Yeah. It's a movie about the end of the world, and the only people that survived are people that are on a train that are like constantly moving because the Earth froze, and so they have to constantly just keep the train moving.
And there's only one train going at the time.
That's it.
Well, and there just happens to be
There's
a
nobody else left in the world,
there just happens to be a track that goes all the way around the earth.
and they just keep looping.
It's the future.
basically, or something. Yeah.
So if it stops moving, it'll freeze.
it's called the what? What is the train called?
Snowpiercer.
It's called something like the Ark or something like that.
that sounds
They
so
built it.
dumb.
If they had time to build that, why couldn't they just all take off?
But
in a
so they had
plane?
the whole class system, Barb, where the best people are in the front of the train, and then the working class is in the back. And
It
then
probably also helps, like, they don't have to do location shoots. It's like they
Yeah.
can just build small sets.
And the craziest thing about it was I was complaining about the premise. What a ridiculous premise. And Ash, you told me it's a book, right? And I don't know how, or somebody told me it was a book that they based it on.
Not
It's
Actually.
the same
Actually.
director who directed that Korean movie, The Host. I don't know if you ever saw The Host.
I thought Chris Evans directed it.
No.
It's a Korean guy. He just started it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bong Joon something. Fuck. Ho? There you go.
Bong Ho.
Faux show.
Yeah, and I don't know if you ever saw The Host. Fucking good movie.
Anyway, people, I think that's like my Donnie Darko of this year, which is like a lot of people like it. I'm just like, okay, I don't get it. I just don't. It's not my movie, you know. Guys on a
weird.
train like walking forward. It's
You just
basically-
don't like trains.
Why?
Like you always complained about that Gears of War level where they're on a train.
Oh, wait,
They just that's just coincidence, jackass.
What was that movie with
You ain't trained.
Jake
Fuck yourself.
Gyllenhaal on a train?
Oh, Source Code.
Source Code.
That
great.
was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Source
that
Code
movie.
was good.
That was on a train.
you
Did
like
like
that
Source
train?
Code?
Yeah.
Go see Live, Die, Repeat. Go see that.
Okay.
Go see that.
What's
Or
your
rent it.
favorite train?
My favorite train is
I like,
The
the, I like the
Lionel-
Orient Express, personally.
I like those black trains with the smokestacks. I like that.
Like the old timey ones?
Yeah. With the arm that goes like
it's
that.
they go.
And it like speeds
It's
up.
like walking
I'm
on
doing a
treadmill.
train motion. You can't see it if you're on the podcast, but I'm doing a train motion like Gus on a treadmill. I'm moving my hand back and forth. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like Thomas the Tank Engine. That
Creepy
thing,
face.
My kids liked that when they were that age, and I couldn't abide it. Also, the trains were like $25 for a fucking train that big. Go
Wait, why didn't you
blow
like the
yourself.
show? Oh, you talk about the new. Isn't it all CG now?
What do you mean?
What I mean is it CG?
What, Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah, the show.
I don't know that they have new episodes. Explain yourself.
Yeah, I think they just like made some episodes and they just repeat them.
What, like the original ones from
Yeah,
the
they probably made like
70s or 80s or whatever it was.
what?
90s probably.
Yeah, wasn't George Carlin the
I thought it was
narrator?
Ringo Starr.
What? Ringo Starr.
Look, that's the old one. That's a model, right? They shot
so
models.
creepy.
Does it look like that, or does it look?
Well, the face was seen.
Wait,
I don't
maybe
think
that's
there's new ones. You keep bringing up the new CG ones. I've never heard of the new Thomas the Tank Engine.
Still in production.
It's still in production? George Carlin's dead. You don't know what you're talking about.
There was an episode when I was a kid that used to scare me because one of the carriages got all smashed up, and they were lifting it up with a crane. And it was just the head on a piece of plank, and I was like, it's kind of sick.
Yeah. My kids had to watch like a depressed train that wouldn't come out of a tunnel, and it was all sad inside the tunnel. I was like, what are we watching here? This is terrible. Why don't we just go back to like watching Bugs Bunny fight the Japs?
I guess Thomas first appeared in 1946 in a book, and then in 1979 they started making the TV show.
In 1979?
Wait, in 1979,
I feel like I watched
British
that
writer
show as a
producer
kid.
Britt Allcroft came across the books and arranged a deal to bring the stories to life as a TV series, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Yeah, and Ringo Starr was one of the voices. Or is one
Speaking
of the
of
voices.
Friends, how many people do you think were watching that this week? Since it's all on Netflix now.
Do you know that Friends has been
5.
off air longer than it was ever on air at this point?
Yeah.
Dude, and also Netflix removed 180 titles today.
Yeah. They do that all the time. Licensing expires.
That's a lot of stuff to suddenly disappear. It kind of sucks when
Shit.
you're like, oh, I'll get around to watching that on Netflix. Oh, it's already gone.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I
they
just-
took
by the way-
Avengers off.
I just got a 2 terabyte drive that I plugged into my Xbox One, and because I was at 99% usage on my hard drive, because I buy all my games digitally, I went from 99% usage to 16%. I'm just plugging that thing in. Best decision ever. But the reason why I did it was because I was about to download a bunch of Walking Dead to watch, and I went to the Xbox video store and bought the season and was watching the episodes. You can't download the episodes. I bought the episode for
You can only
$2.99, so you just stream it. You buy the right to stream it from Xbox Video.
What the
And I was
fuck?
like, where do I go to
Bullshit.
download? And I looked it up, and the statement from Xbox or from Microsoft was, downloading and storing videos didn't make it into the first version of the software. It's like, what do you mean didn't make it in? It's like, what is that? It's like that already existed to download a video and store it on the hard drive.
Also, what do you mean it didn't make it in?
I don't know.
What's the fucking? You're
Yeah.
you're not reinventing a cup.
No.
You're not making a vessel.
You're not deciding on the materials on which you're going to store this.
You're downloading some ones and zeros and then putting them on a hard drive.
Yeah. And so now it's like when my connection, or because I'm on wireless for that box, it doesn't always maintain the best connection. It goes to that fucking blurry mode.
It'll do that wired as well.
And I'm just like, just download the fucking video so we can
Yeah.
watch it. It's like, no, you got to stream it.
I would pay subscription to YouTube to let me do that to videos.
Just download videos.
I would pay $10 a month for just a pre-buffer mode where you can just download the entire video and then unplug from the internet.
Why
and
don't
watch
you
it.
just use Apple or iTunes, I guess, to download?
I used
episodes?
to. I do because I was actually falling into the Xbox One philosophy, which is use the Xbox for everything, And I just thought, okay, I'll just do this on that. But no, I'll probably go back to iTunes because I can actually
Yeah.
download and have a library of shows.
Do you have an Apple TV?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I got
just use
like
that.
3 of those things. Those
Yeah,
things
but
are like the
there's
perfect
no-
Christmas
They're
gift.
awesome.
There's no hard drive in that though, is there?
No, you have to run a computer somewhere in the house.
Yeah, I'm not doing
And
that.
this is like the last holdout for my Mac life is this notebook. If it wasn't for this notebook, I would totally go back. And my iPhone, I guess. I would totally go back to entirely PCs. I'm almost out.
I want to prove that I'm right about something.
Yeah, what are you worried about?
Ringo Starr was the storyteller for Thomas the Tank Engine starting in 1984. Then he got replaced by George Carlin in 1991.
Oh, okay.
And George Carlin was 91 to 93.
So,
And then
what about in the UK though?
Alec
Did he stay?
Baldwin portrayed Mr.
Ringo Starr
Conductor.
exists in the UK, and so does George Carlin.
I know Ringo Starr does. I'm saying that there's no way George Carlin was Thomas the Tank Engine in the UK.
Why not? What's wrong
Or
with
the
you?
voice of the- What?
Why not?
In the UK, it was Michael Angelis.
What's the matter? You can't have a fucking shitty American narrating your goddamn tank engine show in the UK?
Why would it be an American?
That would be a blasphemy.
Why wouldn't it be
Why
an
wouldn't it be?
American?
What's
America
wrong with
was
you?
built by trains.
Who
Do you have trains in England? I don't even know.
Who invented Thomas the Tank Engine?
America. No. I don't know. Someone else here.
Well, we have Walking Dead on here, and it's the British guy's the lead on that. What's his name?
Yeah, but he's playing
The
an
guy plays Rick
American.
Grimes?
Carl.
He's playing an American.
Are you a
Andrew
fan?
Lincoln.
Are you a fan of Top Gear, Gavin?
Not well. I used to watch it.
Gavin's racist. How are we getting away from that? He hates Americans. You wouldn't want George Carlin?
Only when they're
George
playing-
Carlin's a treasure.
Only
I'm
when they're playing
saying-
British roles.
I'm saying the British public doesn't necessarily want to listen to an American for like a kids show.
Is it offensive to children? Is it like, oh, little Timmy's not old enough to listen to Americans yet?
When you heard that the American children are listening to Ringo Starr, you're okay with that?
Yeah, but something about like a British person is all right for an American.
There we
kid,
go.
'cause
See,
it's like a gimmick.
now we're getting to the
It's kinda
meat
like
of the
a
issue.
gimmick.
You'd be up at the front car in Snowpiercer.
It all goes one way. Culture goes one way is what I'm hearing.
All right. You do internet videos?
Hey, we only have
Do you
100
have any
subs, so we're
other
8 million
videos?
subs on the Rooster Teeth channel on YouTube.
Did we already hit
Hey.
8 million?
No.
was
I
getting
saw, I was looking through the tweets I put out in 2014 because I was looking for videos that I had talked about in 2014.
Ashley would like to retract her correction of me that Ascension was on Netflix. It was not. It was on Xbox Video.
Xbox video. And I saw that on January 20th, I retweeted that Rooster Teeth was about to hit 7 million subscribers.
On when?
January 20th of 2014.
Wow.
So we
Under a
did
year?
a million in just under a year.
That's crazy.
Good job, guys.
You
Thumbs
did
up. Thumbs up to everybody who thumbed
Like
up.
and subscribe.
You made it.
Like, subscribed.
All right. Best internet video.
Oh, God, I got a bunch of these.
So my favorite part of this was that I think every internet video Barbara sent me was a TV video.
What does that mean?
TV video?
Like a video of, like, news, like the grape lady?
It was like Jimmy Kimmel and an SNL skit.
What was the third one? I sent a third one.
Colburn, Idiots Abroad, day one.
That wasn't.
That's not a TV one.
Okay.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah, I couldn't think of any.
Yeah.
None
It's hard.
stood out to me this year.
It took me a long time to like sit and just try to figure out videos that I had watched. And like every year at the beginning of the year, I tell myself, I'm going to bookmark every good video I watch this year. So that way at the end of the year, when I have to come back, I can find them all.
Yeah.
But the great thing about doing research for this is I found all these videos that made me laugh throughout 2014, and I got
know.
to watch them all
I
again.
heard you laughing at your desk all day
All
today.
day long, Barbara kept looking at me going, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" 'Cause
No,
I was just like
what?
laughing my ass off.
To me, 2014 was the year of Vine compilations.
Yeah.
Or
I feel
just
like we should
Vines.
have Best Viner. I think that should, or
Well,
Best
Vines-
Vine.
I think I have a Vine compilation in here for one of my internet videos.
Mine's
Yeah.
great.
I miss
It's
ours.
like the old joke books. We just read like joke books.
I really miss doing them.
You doing Vines? We'll do some more. We'll do some more.
Yeah.
I'll do
I
some
wanna
Vines with you.
more.
Let's do it.
I got linked one the other day that I totally forgot we did. It's like you pulling my shirt off in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
That
Where you
was
call
fun
me a
one.
bitch.
What the fuck just happened? I just deleted a note.
So I went through and like the way I started looking for these was I looked at the YouTube Rewind to try to get ideas for videos. And that's stuff that I had missed. And
Yeah.
of course, it starts with like a turn down for what parody. I was like, oh, well, turn down for what was a big video on the internet. But again, I wouldn't consider it an internet
It's
video.
a music
It's a music
video.
video.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, but then you ask, where do music videos play if people don't watch them on the internet?
Goddamn internet is where they play.
Yeah.
So I
That's
don't
true.
know. I feel like that's in a gray
It was
area.
a great video.
I just deleted my notes.
I would include it.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say
Patrick,
yes.
if you have my notes open on your desktop, please leave them open. Because I just deleted my notes somehow. I don't know how. I keep notes for everything we're talking
While
about.
you
Podcast.
get your
you
notes,
lose.
while you get your
I
notes
lost
sent back
notes.
to you, I'll
Sorry.
go through mine.
Go ahead.
So I did that one. Possibly one of my favorite videos of all time. Tiny hamster eating tiny burrito.
Yes.
That's really good.
Absolutely.
No, I
Really
didn't
good.
see that. Can you get it up?
Did you send
I-
your links to
Even-
Patrick?
Straight up all night.
Yes, here it is.
Oh, here it is.
Even
This-
just
This guy makes
You love tiny
a
stuff.
little Mexican
no,
restaurant
but
You
watch
liked
this,
that
Gavin.
little-
You
and
can't
mix-
not love it.
a burrito to feed to his hamster.
And he goes through the whole process, of course, first. But this is just the end of it.
Look at it.
Oh, can you imagine
Oh.
if, just shoving an entire burrito in your fucking face?
He just keeps feeding it
And
to
he-
keep jamming
He
it.
goes
in.
through the whole process of like cutting the vegetables.
And I like how he's in the background, like worried, like, is he gonna like it?
Yeah.
You
Works so
love tiny stuff.
Tiny
you love,
stuff's
You love the
awesome.
tiny little pies that we put on the flies.
Awesome. That's one of my favorite videos too.
Remember when do you still buy small furniture?
For
You and
Benjamin?
Esther? Like they were not like dollhouse size, but like
Yeah, they got like beds and stuff for
1/8
them.
size. Like it's just like
For the dog.
And I always wanted you to tuck up your penis in bed and like put it in an armchair and stuff.
And you want me to do that, but you won't jack off on a treadmill.
That's way more offensive. A penis in an armchair is tasteful.
boys
What kind of
There's nothing wrong
armchair
with
is it?
jacking off.
Like
on a
lazy
treadmill. There's
It's your own
something wrong-
treadmill. You're not going to the gym and coming on someone else's
A,
equipment.
it's not a treadmill, and B, you're gonna slip. It's gonna go on the thing. It's gonna come around. You're gonna slip on it, and break your ankle.
Like it's gonna come around. First time you can avoid it. Second time, no.
Also,
Okay.
you're probably not walking very fast. You're not gonna like slip and fall and kill yourself. on
if you're
that.
walking and jerking it. There is something wrong with jerking out depending on the context. Absolutely.
Like what?
Like a school play. That'd be really bad. Treadmill would fall in the category.
Could you even like ejaculate while walking?
That's what I want to find out. Gavin won't help me here.
Let's just do it behind a curtain then.
Because I feel like you really need to concentrate sometimes.
Do it.
And by that, I mean Gus go behind a curtain while I stand outside. With a
Pace
clipboard.
back and
I
forth.
like the idea of Gus making a circuit around his house.
So again, I'm gonna keep going down the list here.
How big is your house?
It's like
I haven't been to it yet.
1,800 square feet.
I just deleted another one.
All right. I also put.
Is there a trash bucket on this?
Can't keep hold of anything.
I really just lost all my fucking internet.
I bet
videos.
you've already lost the flashlight.
God damn it.
Also, I put Random Access Fahuga Quads, which was the Strong Bad and Random Access Memories mashup.
Right.
Very good.
That's more of an album. It's really not a video. It's just
Also, I feel like there's not a lot of people who watch internet videos now who know Homestar Runner.
Well,
I feel like that's more old timey.
they're kind of coming back now.
I guess.
Yeah, they did the Halloween video this year. Of course, gotta have. Again, it's like this isn't necessarily an
pups.
internet video, but the Star Wars trailer.
That counts as an internet.
Does that count as an internet video?
It was a movie trailer.
It's a movie trailer, which lots of people watch on the
Yeah,
internet.
but that's going to be highly watched and very good. So I feel like it kind of.
Did you put in that Too Many Cooks video?
I did not put Too Many Cooks.
Why do we put too many cooks?
That I feel like that would.
That's a good
That's another one. It's like
That's a standout one.
yeah, it was on
but that's only
television,
'cause-
but then
It's only because I can't think of other ones.
it got really up there. I put that New York Times dramatic recreation of the deposition of what is a photocopier.
I haven't seen that.
It's
so
really
good.
fucking
I just
funny.
want to eat more tiny animals, eat tiny food now. Is that a channel or is that just a one-off?
They did a few more. They did like a birthday party and stuff.
This
This
is
is
it.
the
God,
what
I'm
is a
back.
photocopier. It's just a deposition for like a lawsuit that a city had, and it's just lawyers arguing with a city employee over the definition of a photocopier.
You didn't know what a photocopier was.
Really, really well done. It's made by the New York Times, oddly enough. Highly recommend it. A more recent one.
Probably, I think easily one of the best of the year.
So good. This is one I tweeted a few weeks ago. The crow tells a guy, fuck you.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a guy sitting on his front porch, and a crow comes and lands in front of him, jumps up to like the armrest next to his chair, and just goes, fuck you.
Here it is.
Oh, they even have audio ready.
Yeah, we got some audio. It's like a 30-second long video.
Try to pet.
No, that one we got the big ass big gun over
Can you imagine if you're sitting down and a bird goes out of its way to come up to you and say, fuck you?
You know,
I like how non-bird-like it sounded. It was just like a guy going.
well, no, they can. The crows can really imitate sound really, really well. In the books for Game of Thrones, the crows are constantly talking
Yeah.
and annoying the shit out of everybody. Like they're always like yakking at people.
And I
and saying,
think in the TV show, Mormont's crow says corn, right?
does it say corn?
I think so.
Yeah, because that one talks all the time in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like it says
Winter is
snow, snow,
coming.
snow, crow, 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 corn, corn, corn. You know, fuck you, fuck you.
So then, earlier, like I said, I wanted to try to find an ice bucket challenge to put in there. And ever since David After the Dentist, people love making videos of other people high after getting wisdom teeth removed. And it's one of my
Oh,
favorites,
yeah.
the wisdom teeth ice bucket challenge.
Is she bleeding?
Yeah, and
Is this the one where
that's when she notices she's bleeding.
What?
And she's
Well,
just
she's-
like really out of it the whole time.
Good
Oh my
lord.
And
god.
she's like apologizing to her mother because her mother told her not to do it. It's just so weird.
people after
dumped it
getting
in
their
her
wisdom
head.
teeth removed are so fucking crazy.
I feel like I never saw a video like that until David After the Dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ever since David After the Dentist, it's like people are trying to recapture
Isn't
that.
there one where someone's crying and saying like, I forget what it was about.
Ryan Gosling.
That's the Vine compilation I have, is the girl getting her wisdom teeth removed.
And she's crying. Is she crying in
She's
that
like, I want to be a Kardashian. Someone help
one?
me.
Yes.
Oh wait.
White dick. I wanna fuck white dick.
I want to fuck a white dick is what she's
Yelling at
saying.
her.
Be a Kardashian. Please help me. Is this what men want?
It's just like 45 seconds long or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
like 7 vines or something.
Do
8
you
vines.
think that the internet video era has been around long enough that we can have like a greatest hits of all the years? Because I think
I feel like that's
the grape stomping lady is the video I watch without fail once a year.
That's a
because
great
it's so
video.
good.
That's a
And
good
that's
one.
not even from the internet.
we should have like all-time classics.
Yeah.
I will go back and watch that New York Times verbatim about the photocopier, though, probably from now on. That's such a fun. The performances in that are tremendous. You like the guy answering questions. I love the lawyer who's asking the questions. He gets mad, and I love characters who can get mad, that mad.
He turns red
he's
at the end.
awesome.
He's just like quivering. He's so angry.
You showed me a video today that I think might win. I think it might be my favorite one. The dog spider.
Oh, the mutant giant spider dog.
Yeah. It was really great.
I don't know if you've ever seen this one, Gavin.
Someone dressed their dog
that
up
was in the
a
YouTube Rewind, that dog.
tarantula costume.
Yeah.
And they go around, obviously in a country that's not America.
Right.
And they scare people
It's
with
just
the dog.
Why
The
not
editing-
America?
Because that
I like they set up a web on stairs.
I love that it actually works.
Yeah.
And the guy gets stuck.
It's so good.
Yeah, that reminds me. I think that's the same guys who do the prank video with the clown with the hammer. Where
Oh,
they
is that the
chase
same one?
people.
Yeah.
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 They have a little jack,
And
a
they, like,
little
pop
music
ahead.
box going.
Yeah.
And like people walk up to it, and then the clown comes out with the hammer.
Are you seeing all these thug life videos? around
Yeah,
the internet?
I love them.
I think
love,
that's the new dumb meme that everyone's doing right now.
Really? They've been
Yeah,
around for
I
a
see
while.
it around.
I love my favorite one is one of the original ones, which is the kid doing the Nerf gun review.
I don't think
Have you
I've
ever
seen
seen
that.
it?
No.
It's like this kind of overweight kid, and he's like in his room. He's like, "All right, today I'm reviewing the Nerf gun. I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's called Fuck Your Mother." And then it like does the thug life thing. It's like a 6-second
Does a
perfect
freeze
video.
frame and zoom?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
And then the last one I had on there was the TV reporter quits live on the air.
Oh, the
With the marijuana
The
thing.
marijuana.
Yeah, that was cool one this
I don't
year.
really understand that. Like, why was she so annoyed?
I think she was reporting on like how evil marijuana was, but like privately she had been trying to start a business to sell marijuana legally.
What year was that clip of the reporter? It was like his first day as an anchor.
It was last year, I think.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. Where he's
Yeah.
like,
He
like
was
swears.
in North Dakota, but he was from New York. He was like, "Fuck this shit." He was like, "Is that the guy you're talking about?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and like she's already talking, and he's just like, and then he just spouts a load of nonsense about how like you'll be hearing him. So, I don't know what he said.
There was a funny news clip this year where they cut to two ladies sitting there, and the one she looks at herself in the camera in the monitor. And she goes, "I so pale, and she goes, "We're on." And then there's like a 20-second pause, and the one who was going, "I so pale," just goes, "Today down at the park," and the other one's like just going like, "What? Are you just gonna roll with that?"
It's weird what people could do when they suddenly like snap out of a weird moment. Did you ever see the clip of Hulk Hogan choking out that dude?
Oh yeah,
And he passed out, banged his head, like cut his head open.
Richard Belzer.
Yeah, and then he gets up and just continues like nothing's happened. But
Yeah.
he's clearly like
Richard Belzer, like from Law and Order?
Richard Belzer used to have a talk show.
He got choked out by Hulk
he
Hogan.
sued successfully, I think.
I
And,
want
like,
to say Mr. T was on that
Mr.
show.
T was on there. He's like, Mr. T was just sat there like, he's fine.
He's fine. Like he cracked the back of his head open. Like
I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
he just
Yeah.
goes like this and just drops down, goes thunk, and everyone's in the audience is like, oh, and he just leaps back up and he's like, next up is all this other stuff.
yeah.
I think he had to split with Vince McMahon. Like him and Hulk Hogan both had to pay that guy a ton of money.
Fuck.
There was
the guy
another
was
time-
like egging him on to do it, and Hulk Hogan's like, no, I'm not gonna do that because you're not professional.
There was a football player who did that to Jim Rome on ESPN once. He like
Yeah.
yeah, it was
he kept calling him a female tennis player's name.
Chris Everett.
That was it.
Yeah, Chris Everett, and he came over the table at him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. Jim Rome is like he's built a career off that. He just had a very incendiary tweet over the college football weekend where he wrote, "Does anyone think that the marching band is actually cool besides the dorks who are out there running around with their instruments in their hand?"
Wow.
Yeah, that was like
What
pretty
an asshole.
inflammatory. Yeah, it's pretty big asshole. Sorry, Meg.
Okay, now that you have your internet video list back,
Yeah, but also, who's the guy? I want to say his name. 60 Minutes. The whiny guy that replaced whiny Andy Rooney. Is it John Stossel?
oh, I didn't know they replaced him.
Well, whatever. He's like the new whiny
Yeah.
guy on like late night news or whatever. He got smacked in the head by a wrestler and is deaf in one ear, I think. From it.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. Stuart Scott from ESPN just died. He's a very beloved sportcaster. I remember he was blind in one eye. Then he got hit in Jets training camp because somebody threw a football at him. Like he went to go catch it. Like he went out there on the field with him, and
Depth
I think with the
perception.
Jets, and they hit him in the other eye and blinded him in the
my
other eye.
So he was
God.
completely blind.
No, I think like he was just really his eyesight was really damaged. Yeah, it was fucked. It was really unlucky. And then he died of cancer. He's 49. Died of cancer.
That's really young.
Yeah.
What is the clip from where I keep seeing it in compilations, but but it's Dan Marino getting annoyed, and he like slams the desk, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" Have you seen that?
I haven't
one?
seen that. no.
I've never found the original.
I love when athletes lose it in the post-game press conference because it's like you spend your whole life getting good at this one thing, getting in great shape. You go out and you perform in front of millions of people. You fucking lose. And then you got some goddamn reporter in your face with a microphone going, so what do you think went wrong today? It's like, here's what went wrong. I'm going to fucking kill you. I mean, it's like, what do you mean
But that's
what
a
went
part of
wrong?
their job, isn't it? And it shouldn't be. Like, they shouldn't be required to do media if they don't want to.
Yeah. Here's what went wrong. The ball hit me in the hands, and instead of catching it, like the other million times I've fucking done this in my life, I didn't catch it. That's exactly what went wrong there.
It bounced off my hands.
Yeah.
They probably have to have so much composure when talking to
They
reporters.
do.
Holy fuck.
I'd have to have a lot of it. So every time they lose it, I love to watch when they lose it in press conferences.
I love sports, have much respect for it, but I hate those interviews. Like immediately after the game, like every question is always the same.
And every answer's the same.
What do you
answer's
think went
always the same.
wrong?
Right. It's like, well, don't do this. We don't need to know.
Yeah.
That we don't need to see
We know
that.
how sports work.
Yeah.
And they're so dumb.
Patrick, do you want me to work through my list from the top down? Is that easier for you? Okay.
Oh, is this Dan Marino?
Oh, it's Dan Marino.
It's Dan Marino. He flubs something and then just punches the table, and everyone's like, Jesus, what's going on
That
here?
looks old.
But I don't know what went wrong there. I don't know like if he just flubbed and he got annoyed, but he punched the table.
There's a lot of time where people think they don't know that they're like it's a live take, and they think that they're in rehearsal.
Yeah.
And like they're like, in other news today, the mayor said, fuck it, let's roll it back real quick. And then they're like, you're live.
All right. What's your list?
Okay, my first one is this is a pretty recent one from a month or two ago. A kid put a glow stick in the microwave to make it really glow.
This is amazing.
It's make it glow seriously, and then he pulls the glow stick out and starts like shaking it.
I
It
haven't
goes
seen this.
all over his face
And
and,
it
like
goes-
burns his eyes.
Oh my god!
And he's covered in like this glowing stuff.
And you see his dad like sprint from the background. He's like, Dad, my eyes.
And then he's walking around, you see him glowing in the background, and his dad's trying to help him, but the conversation between the kid and his dad is so great.
Like, his
He's
dad's trying to figure out.
His name is Jack. He's like, Jack, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Don't put it in the microwave. And he's like, and you ruined your good shirt. He's like, I'm blind, Dad, I'm blind. At one point, he's like walking around going, Dad, help me, I'm blind. And he walks straight into a wall.
I like that the kid put his good shirt on and make the YouTube video.
Yeah.
And the dad's trying to figure out. He's like, don't touch your eyes. I don't know how to get it up. He's like trying to frantically read the instructions.
Yeah, I just saw him looking at the thing like for one.
He's just reading
like-
for poison control, and they
Yeah.
call poison control and everything.
Oh my
bumping
god. The
into
camera's rolling for all that?
Yeah, the kid's like, ooh, man, check this out. This is, and then all of a sudden it pops, and he starts screaming and wailing for his
So what
dad.
happened? Did he like lose
He's
eyesight?
totally fine.
Okay.
He had to flush water
That
in
kid
his
is
eyes
Stuart
for like
Scott now.
15 minutes.
That would not have been pleasant.
I mean, probably the biggest danger there, Barb, is that he obviously heated up the fluid enough to pop
Yeah,
the
probably
plastic on
burned
it.
himself.
Well, it's like when you do that to a lava lamp in the microwave. Like a lava lamp will kill you in a microwave.
What are you
Who would
talking
ever put a
about?
lava lamp in the
it's like when you put a
microwave?
lava lamp in the microwave.
As
Like
you
you
do.
just dropped that so casually.
We just watched a video where green crap went all
But
over
you're,
it.
you're comparing it to that, like, like the everyday experience.
A glow stick
Putting
is
a
a
lava
tiny
lamp in a
plastic
You're in your
microwave.
thing.
kitchen. You put a lava lamp in the microwave. Ringo Starr is narrating, not fucking some American.
When it melts, your baked potato's done. Come on.
You're
It's just
saying
cooking.
The pressure of that tiny thing caused him pain. A lava lamp it has enormous
Who
pressure
would
and
put
it's
a
glass.
lava lamp in there?
People die all the time from that.
I've never heard of this.
Death by lava lamp.
It's on the coroner's checkbox. It's like right next to stabbed and right before run over.
Well,
Look, there was a thing
it is lava.
where
So, when you think about
Do
it.
people just want to heat it up faster?
yeah, the light bulb doesn't immediately melt the
Yeah,
stuff.
it
and
takes
it
kids
takes
get,
forever.
half an
kids
hour.
get impatient, so they microwave them a little bit, but sometimes kids leave them in too long and they just explode and
In my day, we
blow up
spoiled
the
'em.
microwave.
By the way, hoax of the year had to be the Apple Wave technology when the iPhone 6 came out.
God.
Like the people they published all that stuff about Apple Wave technology, which was you can now charge your phone faster by putting it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And so many fucking people.
Every
fell
time
for
there's
it.
a new iOS version, I feel like you hear something like that from 4chan. And this one definitely took off.
It was well produced. It was really well done.
You can put your phone in a microwave though to test.
No.
Stop
You
it.
encourage people to put their phone in the microwave?
To test if your microwave is sealed.
No,
properly.
you're just fucking.
Don't
with
turn
people,
it
aren't
on.
you?
No, you don't.
That's what
You
you're
don't
saying.
start the microwave. You just put it in the Faraday cage of your microwave. And
Not
if
doing
it's-
it.
And if you can cool your phone inside the microwave, your microwave sucks and you shouldn't be near it when it's on.
Either that or your phone is like transmitting at such a high level, you're probably going to get cancer from that instead of your microwave.
What else you got?
Let's take blows up. First Kiss, which was a video experiment they did where they introduced 20 people and had them kiss
Yeah.
after just meeting each other for the first
Do you
time.
think that was real?
Yeah, I think it absolutely was real. There was a lot of parody videos from it,
Yeah.
but I absolutely think it was real.
Marketing.
It was a
campaign?
marketing campaign. Okay, but I thought it was a great video.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really great too because they used like lots of different mixes of people too.
Yeah.
Like even like different ages and things like that, which I thought was a really
The
cool
horse
video.
was weird though.
What's that? Yeah, the horse was a bit odd.
Well-
I got 2 videos kind of back to back that are kind of similar, but they were just amazing like cultural videos. One was first taste of chocolate in the Ivory Coast, and they went to cocoa bean farmers who spent their whole life harvesting cocoa beans, and they don't know what cocoa beans are used for. And so a guy brought chocolate and had people who spend their whole lives harvesting cocoa beans and had them try chocolate for the first time.
Did they like it?
They loved
Yeah,
it.
they
And
kept saying it was sweet.
and they had such a huge sense of pride after that for like what they were doing and what it was going to make anything.
That's
but
awesome.
it's just like
That's such a great idea.
yeah, it's just like so different the experience in people's
It's
lives.
so weird to me that they don't know that.
They didn't know what it was made
Yeah.
for. Yeah, they knew the price of cocoa beans and they knew the market, but they had no idea what the cocoa beans were used for.
It's
or at least the
almost,
one guy they interviewed didn't.
it's almost analogous to me of when this past year when lime prices rose, and I heard that interview where someone went down to Mexico to interview lime farmers and say like, what do you feel about this price increase? And the farmers are like, what price increase?
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, limes are over $100 a barrel now. Like, we had no idea.
Yeah.
We're still getting paid the same amount of money for our limes. Oh, really? Yeah, it's like all middlemen.
And this is a really great video. This is along the same kind of lines. It's called Patrick Speaks. It was a Channel 4 video, Gav. And it was about a guy in Africa who's been deaf since birth, and he's like completely uncomfortable. He's never had a conversation. He's 15 years old, and they take him to a sign language class to where they start doing sign language, and you can just watch his face come to life. Where the first part of the video, he can't make eye contact with anybody. Then all of a sudden he starts paying attention, and then he starts communicating for the first
Him,
time
that
in his
kid?
life.
So he never communicated with anyone?
He never had a conversation. Like up till that point in his life, till 15, the only conversation was his dad like pointing at a hoe, and then he would use that to like work the farm all day long.
So how does he even know what letters are? Or anything
He's
like
learning.
that?
He's in the class, and they're teaching him like that. Like I don't know how they know the letters on the wall, but like they were like doing like.
God, I
with
wonder what that
pictures.
means for your brain to not ever have a conversation for so long.
That is the part of the video you should watch, because the kid at the beginning of like a 5 or 10 minute video, the kid at the beginning of the video is entirely different than the kid at the end. It's
Wow, that's
amazing.
amazing.
It's amazing
What's
to watch
the
that
time
take place.
span on it?
I think it was like a couple weeks, and they even did a follow up with him afterwards. They went back and did it. But it's like you when you first see the kid, it's like here's somebody who's like trapped in their experience, absolutely trapped, and then like, somebody reaches out, spends an afternoon with him, and completely changes his existence and his family and the way they can communicate with him.
That's
And
incredible.
then he invented the vessel.
He's
Still
now the
working on it.
narrator for Thomas the Tank Engine. Some of these are I just like Wimpy Goat because I thought this was you had to have sound on this one though.
This is like a 7-second video.
It is a 7-second video. Good
Oh,
sound.
that's so wimpy. Come on, give it all you got. Go!
It's a goat that tries to what is that like neigh or
Bleat.
what is it?
Bleat?
Bleat? Is that what a goat does?
I guess.
Yeah.
Make a
sheep,
noise.
Sheep bleat.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with bleat. That works for me. And it doesn't do it very well, and the guy encourages him to do better, and he's really funny. And then I had verbatim on my list. I
You like goat videos.
do like goat
I
videos.
remember
great.
last year.
That's a
your Taylor
carryover.
Swift
So that's
video.
2 years in a row for the goat for you.
It is because I had the Taylor Swift goat video.
Yeah.
I would listen. I would want to put Taylor Swift "Shake It Off." I thought that was one of the best videos of the year across all categories, not just music.
I like
but,
Blank Space a little better.
Did you? Oh, because the dude.
Maybe.
All right, fair play.
Absolutely.
I talked about Cargo on the podcast. I think last week or the week before. It's an Australian film about zombies.
Oh, right.
Did you watch it?
No.
It's tremendous, and you should watch it. It's up to 7 million views for a short film for a narrative. That's
Nice.
pretty impressive. But last but not least, because this would probably be the best video of the year, is a video called "Humans Need Not Apply." And I think that everybody should watch that video because it talks about the automation of systems and the way that we're automating. People just associate that with manufacturing, but everything, including services, like legal services, are now becoming automated. And that,
Like what?
Like just making contracts. Like contextually, you can feed emails to a system, and it'll build a contract based on the relationship like laid out in the emails.
That's cool.
It
That's
is
crazy.
cool, but it just
terrifying
goes to
at the same
show
time.
Crazy.
It's crazy, but it just goes to show how automation is taking off and computational power is taking off, and it's going to be probably, I think, the most important issue of our lifetime is that as people are just not needed anymore.
Has a robot invented another robot yet?
I mean, 3D printers have printed other 3D printers.
Yeah, but they didn't come up with it.
They didn't invent it. No, I don't think anything has had enough pure thought to invent something. I think if
Or
something
create
could be
something from
classified
scratch.
as a thought that invented something
Like,
else,
has
that
ever-
would be AI at that point.
A robot thought I could do with one of these and then made it. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but I think up until this point, I think everything's been programmed. I just think there's like stuff that we don't know about yet that people are
Like ketchup
like,
on wheels.
in ketchup
In
on
a
wheels.
tank. One other video I forgot to mention, I think we should at least mention and put in that category, is I don't remember what it's called 'cause I didn't look it up before this, but the video where they show people their faces before and after using sunblock.
Yeah. The UV.
Yeah, the effect of UV light on your skin.
Yeah.
That was a fucking crazy video.
Where they put sunscreen on and it's black.
Yeah,
Black.
like it totally blocks all of the sun.
Yeah.
Well, they look at you. You get to see your face in infrared and see how damaged your skin actually
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Infrared is cool. I'm always amazed by the stuff that you can't like. I looked at my Roomba with infrared. It's cool. Looks like a little spaceship driving around with like
Anytime-
beams of light.
Yeah, I
coming
always
out.
get freaked out at the Kinect on my Xbox because it's so fucking bright.
It's like a big beacon. It's like, who left the lights? Oh no, it's just infrared.
Can I
can't see
mention
it.
my 3 videos? I know we're getting.
Oh yeah,
short
go
on
for it.
time.
Yeah, go for it.
The first one was, I know they're mostly from television, but the Jimmy Kimmel "I Ate All Your Halloween Candy" video.
Which is a fucking great
Amazing.
video. Yeah.
I think it's so funny. Just the kids' reactions and all of them make it.
I don't know if it's because I'm an asshole. I love watching kids cry.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
I just love the kid that's like, "You ruined my life." They get so angry at their parents. It's incredible. And I think this is the 2nd or 3rd year that he's done it.
Yeah.
Maybe even more.
It's unbelievable. It's so funny.
And then you probably love that video, Burnie, I imagine.
Yeah, I
'Cause you do that
I
to
try
your
not to
kids.
torment my kids, but I like to like have fun with them and fuck with them a little bit. I think, especially raising boys, you have to have some element of that.
Bit of bant.
And then
Yeah.
you guys have all seen the Matthew McConaughey Lincoln commercials, I assume.
Yes.
The Jim Carrey parody of it from
Yeah.
SNL. I showed Gavin earlier today.
He fucking nails
Nailed
it.
it.
I just love when he's just like, "Whose kids are these?" My favorite line.
It's cool to see Austin in the background of that.
Yeah.
Oh, the McConaughey one.
Yeah.
Yeah. McConaughey's
Jim Carrey
a
one.
Austin son.
Yeah.
And then the third one was something I saw on Reddit a couple weeks ago. I forget what it was called, but it's two
The
guys
Colburn
from.
Idiots Abroad, day one.
I think they're 2 guys from the UK who are visiting the US for the first time.
Fucking great video.
and the
I
guy
haven't
buys
seen
his
this.
friend an entire like US themed outfit, and he gets so fucking pissed.
It's like I think they fly to, if I remember right, they fly to LA. And he wakes up super early because they're jet lagged. He wakes up.
They match.
Yeah, he wakes up super early and buys them matching outfits to walk around LA and go do American stuff.
And his friend is so pissed off the whole time.
He says he wants to blend in.
It's awesome.
Such a fucking great idea.
What's the Australian sketch comedy group that's so funny that's getting really big now? They're really funny. I'll look them up. They do YouTube videos that are great. I gotta give a shout out to them.
Oh, is it the guys who did the Bikey Wars video?
I think so. Bondi Hipster,
Bondi
is that what it
Hipster?
is? Yeah. I think that's who they are. I'm sure why not. I'll say them.
Bikey
They're
Wars
awesome.
was a great video,
They're
if that's them. All right, well, we got to wrap up once you find your sketch group name.
So what do we do?
Nah,
Do we
we're-
pick
don't
the
worry
winners
about
next
me.
week?
Yeah, we'll just talk about it, and we'll send a follow-up email. And if we forgot any, if people think that there's stuff that we should have put in there, please leave a comment on the video on the roosterteeth.com website, or send us a tweet with hashtag #RTPodcast, and we'll go through them, and we'll discuss it further next week.
Shout out to 2 things that I forgot to mention during Best Game. 2 games I want to mention that I actually did enjoy this year. Contagion. Love that game. We played that for a Let's Play.
We have a third one that didn't come out.
What, the Laser Team cast or the
No,
or us?
us.
Yeah, I
We
guess.
filmed one that I
That was the
I
one
don't
that
think
we
edited.
you were late to the podcast because of.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because of technical issues. And then also Elite Dangerous, which is a game I used to play as a kid, Elite, and it's now out, and it's awesome. It's like a more accessible Eve, I think. Not that I've ever played Eve, but you should check it out.
Cool. All right.
'Kay.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back to argue about and pick some winners next week.
This shirt is available in the store as of tomorrow or today.
Sorry about the Japanese thing.
It's Gavin or Google. It's all. I think John lied
It's
to me.
Gavin
He said,
questions.
he said these were all stuff that I've said. I don't remember half of these.
You've said them all.
I don't think all those are all Gavin. I think
don't
some
think
of
they
those
are.
came from.
Some are Google.
How many
yeah.
times can you freeze ice? I don't think I ever said that.
That does not sound like you.
Do babies float? That was yours.
That
Right?
was
you.
definitely me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Take ownership of that one.
right.
That's not there.
All right. Well,
Okay,
thanks for
love
watching, everyone.
you.
Bye.
Seriously, sorry about the Japanese thing.